He's live on the free Odyssey app.
Welcome to Friday, and also welcome to a new holiday, April 10th. It's the day that the football players who work on WFAN take off days. There was no Boomer Esiason with Gio earlier, and there's no Tiki today. But the good news is Tiki will be back Monday at 10 a.m. Sean Morash is in the big chair. We got a lot to talk about today. Met fans hate their defense, even though their defense is better than they realize. Yankee fans hate everything about the bottom of the order. And the Yankees did something very, very horrible that we will get to a little bit later on. So we got a lot of baseball to discuss. We'll mix in some football. We'll talk to you throughout the day. Last night, the Knicks won a basketball game. I went into the game realizing it does not matter all that much. I thought it was a mental health game for Knicks fans. Beat the Celtics, you'll feel good. Even without Jaylen Brown, you'll feel good. What I find fascinating about the Knicks, and Knicks fans, you tell me if I'm wrong on this. You are about to complete a regular season in which you will have won more games than you won last year. A regular season in which your offensive rating is higher than it was last year. You were fifth in the NBA this year. You're third. You're going to complete a season in which your defensive rating jumped from 14th to 8th. So statistically, you're a better basketball team. Win-loss record, you're a better basketball team. And then, do you beat good teams? Well, against teams with winning records this season, you're 28-22. Last year, you were 12-22. So no matter what you want to look at, the New York Knicks are going into the postseason as a better team than they were last year. And yet, I'm not sure if every Knicks fan feels that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, first of all, I don't mean to rain on the numbers, but I'm glad you brought up the versus winning teams because the offensive and defensive efficiencies, I think everybody collectively just watched an NBA season where it felt like a third of the league did not try.
You think that's a factor in that?
I think it's a factor in certain numbers that you bring up. But the important number there is the winning teams thing. Now, it also felt like the Knicks to start the year, all the vibes were rolling good. They go win the in-season tournament. And it felt like from that point after that, up until basically they had that 7-game win streak a month ago, nothing felt right again, Evan. And I think it's just more of a feel thing. And I think it's how it looks. You could have all the efficiency numbers you want, but it became...
That's not what it is.
I'm
going to diagnose
all right,
it. And
what do you got?
I come from a unique place. You're half there. I'm fully there.
All right.
I can look at the New York Knicks with an eye of, I'm not a fan, right?
Right.
But I can also look at another team in this town with that same view. Your New York Yankees.
All right.
No matter what the Yankees do in the regular season, you're going to look at your team and say, that doesn't matter till October.
Yeah.
And I think the Knicks fan has officially graduated to that.
They've arrived to that point where they knew they were going to the postseason, and it's about what you do then.
And probably even more so because of the coaching change, because they made a change at head coach with the clear line of, hey, we better get to an NBA Finals. We fired our head coach after losing in the Eastern Conference Finals. And so I think the Knicks fan in a lot of ways has morphed into the Yankee fan where you're more critical of your team and you're more impatient. Like, you're saying go win in the postseason, and what I'm trying to tell you is you can't win in the postseason during the regular season. There's nothing you can do. Look at the Yankees, and we're going to get into them later. There's nothing they can do. Nothing that they can do in April, May, June, July, August, and September that's going to make the non-believer believe. And so I kind of think it runs the same way with the Knicks. If you don't believe in this team, whether it's Cat and Jalen Brunson, who have looked very different on the floor together over the last few games, or it's their defense, or whatever it is, there's nothing that's going to change that in the regular season. So I think the Knicks fan, in a lot of ways, and I say this with an independent eye, you guys are like the same now.
Yankee and Knicks fans are the same. I think you're onto something,
You
Evan.
like that, right?
I do, because you knew they were going to the playoffs all year. You knew before the balls got tipped in the air to start the year that they were going to the playoffs. But this is where it's a little different, because at least 2 years ago when the Yankees made a run to the World Series, as much as Yankee fans were still feeling the same way they felt now, you looked at the American League. You looked at the American League last year, and that's where the Toronto stuff became disappointing. You look at the Eastern Conference this year, you got Jason Tatum, who basically feels like he's scared to keep coming back to Madison Square Garden. I mean, geez, enough with the Achilles. And you talk about the Pistons, Cade Cunningham. I know they've rolled along without him. But the East, I could argue the Eastern Conference in the NBA should be more ripe for the picking than the Knicks, than even what we've thought of with the American League the last couple of years with the Yankees. So I find that odd that while I think you're right, the expectations have risen. Comparing them to the peers, there should be more confidence in this Knicks team in the Eastern Conference.
No, I think there should. And I think that what we have experienced is a roller coaster, and we have tried, I have certainly tried, to stay kind of looking straight ahead on this roller coaster through the ups and the downs, which is nothing has changed. the Knicks are a damn good basketball team. They need to play their best basketball at the right time of year. They need a little bit of luck, and that luck involves health. I mean, look around the league. Victor Wembanyama's banged up. He should be fine for the postseason, but you never know the injuries that pop up in April and May. Obviously, the devastating news about Joel Embiid, which is not a surprise. The guy's a walking playoff injury. He's never had a year in which he has participated in the postseason without missing a game due to injury. That's a true stat.
The first NBA player to miss games with Bell's palsy and appendicitis.
Is that a record?
Postseason. I'm pretty sure you can't find another.
So, yeah, there's a little bit of luck. There's a little bit of can they stay healthy? But when you look at this basketball team, I think you should feel very similar to the way you felt back in October, which is they're a championship contender. And I know that the recency bias has been, well, they've struggled against good teams. And that's true. Right? Over the last month, we can include last night as a good victory. I know Jaylen Brown didn't play, but nevertheless.
You can't control that he didn't play.
You can't control that. And the Celtics are still a good team without him. I mean, you couldn't stop Baylor Scheineman last night. Scheineman.
By the way, was that the kid at the end of the first round?
Yes, he was the last. And all I could think about, Connor, do you have this clip of Shaquille O'Neal? I don't know if we have it in the system yet. Did you hear this a month ago? When they were talking about Baylor Scheineman?
I did not.
I never had an excuse to play this clip, but because Baylor dropped 20 on the Knicks last night, this is Shaquille O'Neal referring to the infamous Baylor Shireman.
I don't even know who this kid is. But I ain't gonna,
Baylor Shireman.
I ain't gonna never let nobody name. I ain't never let nobody named Baylor or Shireman score on me. Baylor Shireman, who he play for?
So good. I referred to him as Peyton Pritchard 2 last time.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
But here are the facts about the Knicks. So we give you how they're better from an offensive rating standpoint. It's a fact. Better defensive rating. That's a fact. They're going to win more games. That's a fact. They already have. Against top 6 seeds in the Eastern Conference. That's a fair thing to look at.
I agree, yeah.
The guaranteed playoff teams. Last season, the New York Knicks were 6-12. This season, against the top 6 teams, they're 11-6. That's a huge difference.
It is. They remember a lot of the last year was they couldn't beat the Celtics in the regular season.
They couldn't beat anybody. Right. They were 6-12, Sean.
Yeah.
And this year, by the way, they're 11-6 against top 6 seed teams. How'd they do against the Pistons? They were 0-3.
That's true.
So
That's true.
That game doesn't work. If you want to include just the top of the Eastern Conference, like the other top 3 seeds in the East, last year the Knicks were 2-9. This year, a respectable but not great 5-5. Again, buoyed by the fact they couldn't beat the Detroit Pistons. So whatever metric you want to look at, whether it's the beat good team metric, whether it's how they've been overall for 80 games, because they still have 2 more left, defensively, offensively, whatever stat you want to look at, they're better this year. And you know who deserves like a tiny bit of credit for that? Like just a little bit.
Mike Brown?
Well, he's the head coach.
Yeah.
Now, I get it. The retort to that is you better win in the playoffs. I agree. But he hasn't coached a playoff game yet.
No,
he can't coach in the playoffs until they're in the playoffs. But I think as this regular season comes to a close, and it will end on Sunday, and we'll see what they do over these final 2 regular season games, it is pretty much a lock that they're going to be the 3 seed. The only way they can be the 2 seed is to win out and have the Celtics lose their final 2. That's not going to happen. The only way they can drop to 4 is they lose out and Cleveland wins out. That's not going to happen. So the Knicks are going to be the 3 seed. They're either going to play Toronto or Atlanta, and then they're going to be matched up with the Celtics in the second round of the postseason, assuming neither team gets picked off.
Yeah.
Until this point, they have been better than last year. And yes, it's now going to be about Mike Brown and the rest of this roster going further than last year. But all we can react to on April 10th is what they've done thus far.
Yeah.
And despite it being a roller coaster, despite it being up and down, and we're firing Mike Brown in January, that may have been me if they lost a certain game. They've been better than they were a year ago.
And Mike Brown, unlike what Tom Thibodeau was doing a year ago, where he just ran everybody into the ground, Mike Brown played the bench game as much as he could this year. And now that we've gotten to the nitty-gritty right before the postseason, right, he's boiled it down to his big 4. We're starting to get into that rotation. I call the big 4, whatever. Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson, Shamet, and who am I forgetting off the bench?
I don't know. I wasn't listening to him. You'll have to do it again for me.
Okay, the big 4 they have off the bench. They've tightened the bench now.
Yes,
the last
they have
couple
tightened the
games.
bench. Yes, Jordan Clarkson may get. Jordan Clarkson is a half.
Yeah.
Like, he's a half a point because I
right.
think depending on the way the game goes and depending on the way he looks in the first 2 minutes on the floor, Jordan Clarkson may be a microwave off the bench or he may just be back on the bench.
But we're not going to get Kolek. We're not going to get Alvarado. But they spent all year trying to figure out these bit pieces. Now he's really boiled down the tightness of the bench. And as you even saw last night, he's not afraid with the defensive woes in a tight game to make sure Cat is sitting there on the bench in the last minute. I think Mike Brown now has turned this flip the switch to playoff coaching. And I think it's different.
Now, you say playoff coaching. I have to play you a clip from something that was said after last night's game. And Knicks fans, you have a choice here. You can go down one or two roads on this. Either Mike Brown is an idiot or Mike Brown is a genius. Like, I don't think there's an in-between with this clip I'm going to play you. So I'll set it up this way. Over the last few games, something that not just me and Tiki, I think everybody's called for it, it's pretty obvious, that the Knicks need to be better in terms of Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns running more pick and rolls.
Yes.
It never made sense how little of it we've seen this year and how these two players just haven't played that well off of each other. Over the last few games, we've seen a lot more pick and roll between Cat and Jalen, and it's worked incredibly well. That's a good thing, right? It's all positive.
It looks beautiful.
Looks beautiful. It's beautiful basketball. So after the game, Jalen Brunson was asked, why did it take so long? And I want you to listen very carefully to his answer because I'm telling you, you're either going to go down the road of Mike Brown is an idiot or Mike Brown is a genius. Take a listen to this exchange between a reporter, I think it was Stephon Bondi, but I'm not positive, and the captain of the New York Knicks and the soon-to-be king of New York, Jalen Brunson.
Do you know why you guys are running it more? Do you know why it took so long to start running that more often?
No.
Do you think it's an effective play that maybe should have been utilized a little bit earlier?
Very effective play.
Okay.
Even drew some laughs because of how quick he was to answer this. So to summarize, he does not know why it took so long, and he gave a one-word no, and then, yes, it's an effective play. Now, either Mike Brown is an idiot because why did it take you until Game 78 to realize that, hey, these two players could play really well off of each other and more effectively by running more pick and rolls? So idiot is column A, or column B is Mike Brown said, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until the very last second to unleash holy hell on our opponents. I'm going to hold that trump card close to my chest. I'm not going to show it to you. And then when I need to, and why not, a couple of games before the playoffs, we got to get this thing working. Now I'll start to implement it.
Now what would be the purpose of that? Tape-wise? I mean, this isn't like holding back, the tush-push or some kind of random NFL play.
No, I think tape matters. I think watching the effectiveness of it, watching different ways you can defend it. I think that sometimes, like I gave you an example last night, and I know this sounded like an excuse. I was reading from a Celtic reporter that, you could see the Celtics are holding back a lot on defense tonight in terms of plays. So there is a lot of that cat and mouse game in terms of what you want to show and what you don't want to show.
Look at you.
What?
Cat and mouse game.
Yeah, why would I? What's the problem with that?
Maybe Brunson's new nickname is Mouse.
I didn't think of that. Ah, damn it. See, I wasn't thinking of the cat.
Cat and mouse.
You put that in my head.
That could be their new nickname.
So are you more on the side of Mike Brown's just an idiot and realized at the very last second, this could work? Or is this, hey, I'm holding some things back until we need to?
I think I might be more on the side of, because remember how many times it felt like when we were hearing he was talking to Cat? Maybe Cat wasn't interested in the pick and roll, and Cat was trying to be, I'm just going to make everything rain from downtown. I want to be this guy. And it finally took Mike Brown after a full year going, this is your game. This is what makes the team better. I think Cat could have been more resistant.
Interesting. Cat said after the game that him and Jalen have talked a lot more and they have a good relationship.
Yeah.
But Jalen's answer to it was very, think about how kind of curt he was. Now, he's got a good sense of humor, and I want to keep that in mind, that Jalen sometimes likes to have some fun.
But his point
he sounded kind of pissed off when answering those questions.
Yeah, of course, this is obvious. This is something we should have been doing all along.
I can't tell you why we haven't done it for 77 games. I wish I could. And is it effective? You're damn right it's effective. So I thought his answer was, and again, Jalen maybe he's playing a game with us, certainly on the table.
Cat and mouse.
Cat and mouse. But I also start to think that maybe Mike Brown is a lot more wise than we all give him credit for. He has coached the team at the NBA Finals. He has postseason experience. And as we've talked about, we can judge what they've done in the regular season. And I just gave you a lot of these numbers. But the real judgment is going to be the postseason. And the postseason is a completely different animal for everybody. So I do think that that's a big factor here, that there may have been a little bit of a holdback until the game started to matter a little bit more.
I think that's totally fair, Evan. Cat and mouse, and away we go.
Well, you're obsessed with that.
I am now. I can't let it go. I want to sell the T-shirts and let's go.
I just threw it in there. I wasn't even looking
Final weekend of the regular season. The Knicks feel back.
Knicks fans, how we feeling? Because statistically, you're a better team than you were last year, but do you have more confidence than you have last year? We'll get to your calls coming up. 888-808-1019 is the toll-free number. Plus, Clyde Frasier said something politically incorrect last night. It made me laugh. And then Mike Breen had to correct him. And speaking of Mike Breen, we'll listen to the great Mike Breen and Ian Eagle and determine who had the better call on the Josh Hart 3.
And spoiler alert, I'm down on Mike Breen after last night. We'll get to that.
You're down on Mike Breen?
Uh-huh.
Damn, we got to address that. So we got a lot to do on this very busy Friday. And Yankee fans, we haven't forgot about you. You got embarrassed yesterday. And we also have a game called the Yankee Turning Point of the Game Contest. And right now, we'll take the first call to correctly identify it at 866-540-WFAN, and you'll receive a $100 Wendy's gift card from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great, even late at Wendy's. It's all from your flagship station for Yankee baseball, The Fan. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever. During the spring refresh sale, save up to 30% on your window and door project. Plus, take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Windorama. It's simple. Book your free in-home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free in-home consultation today.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Bet365.
Before football takes over, the party starts early in Pittsburgh. Be there for the night before, an exclusive invite-only concert at Rivers Casino Event Center on Wednesday, April 22nd, featuring Jason Aldean, John Morgan, and Shane Prophet. Just days before Jason's new album, Songs About Us, drops April 24th. Want in? Enter this national contest now at Odyssey.com/the night before. That's Odyssey.com/the night before. The Fan, 1019 FM WFAN, an Odyssey sports station.
With Bet365 Early Payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick
out of the park
from way downtown for a
beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams!
Right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. FanDuel puts player research right at your fingertips so you can check stats, trends, and matchups all in one place and make your picks with confidence. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day off right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way or order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions, participation times may vary. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
The fight against lymphoma, leukemia, and myeloma calls for the experience and skill of world-renowned experts. As New Jersey's only nationally ranked cancer program by U.S. News and World Report, John Thurr Cancer Center at Hackensack and Jersey Shore University Medical Centers offer innovative treatments close to home. Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Donato, and I lead the stem cell transplantation and cellular therapy teams in Hackensack and Neptune. We're proud to be pioneers in our field and the most experienced team in the region, having performed over 8,000 stem cell transplants. We were the first accredited center in New Jersey to offer CAR T-cell therapy, a revolutionary treatment that harnesses the power of your own immune system to recognize and destroy cancer cells. This is more than advanced care. It's personalized, life-saving treatment from distinguished experts at New Jersey's best cancer program. Call 833-CANCER-MD to schedule an appointment. That's 833-CANCER-MD.
I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the range.
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Hey everyone, Boomer here. If you love eating great food as much as I do, you have to listen up. The Chef IQ Sense wireless thermometer and the mini oven are must-haves in your kitchen. The thermometer helps perfectly cook your chicken, fish, or meat, and the oven is an all-in-one hero that bakes, broils, air fries, toast, and much more. For years now, I've been telling you about how amazing these products are and how they have changed my life. Now it's time to change yours. Go to chefiq.com and don't forget to use the code word BOOMER to save big at checkout. That's code word BOOMER at chefiq.com.
Are you sick and tired of paying high prices for Continental tires? Then get to Town Fair Tire for the lowest price you'll find anywhere. Yes, the guaranteed lowest price on every Continental tire. Plus, at Town Fair, you get free services for life. Think about it. Why look anywhere else for Continental tires when Town Fair gives you the guaranteed lowest price plus free services for life? Nobody beats a Town Fair tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
As a contractor, I don't pay for materials I don't use. So why would I pay for stuff I don't need in my mobile plan? That's why my biz plan from Verizon Business is so perfect. Now I can choose exactly what I want, and I only pay for what I need.
Right now, with My Biz Plan, get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Visit VerizonBusiness.com to get started today. New lines only. Price per month with 5+ lines. Includes autopay and paper-free billing and promotional discounts. Taxes, fees, economic adjustment charge, applicable add-ons, prices, and terms apply. Guarantee applies to base monthly rate and stated discounts only. Add-on prices additional. Offers end June 30th, 2026.
Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Talk New York sports here. The Fan.
We'll get to your calls in a minute. Everything on the table. Very busy day. The Yankee fan is upset. The Met fan is upset. The good news is they both play tonight, and they have a chance to win. And the Knicks beat the Celtics last night. It is very likely they're going to be the 3 seed, and it's also very likely that they're going to get to pick their opponent, whether it's the Toronto Raptors or the Atlanta Hawks. More on that later. But we were blessed last night. There were 2 broadcasts of last night's Knicks-Celtics game. One was on MSG with the great Mike Breen and Clyde Frasier, and the other was on Amazon Prime with the great Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle not doing the biggest net game of the year, though. Criminal.
Yeah, bad job out of him. He missed Nets Pacers. And by the way, real quick on the Nets, you did what needed to be done. Mm-hmm. All right? It was uncomfortable, but you did what needed to be done.
Well, I'll tell you what wasn't uncomfortable. The game. They left no doubt.
They made it easy. And I appreciate that. So Ian Eagle and Mike Breen, to me, are far and away two of the greatest NBA broadcasters of all time. Like, I put them both even ahead of Marv, and I think Marv was great. So they both had that Josh Hart call, the Josh Hart 3 that pretty much ended the game, the clutch shot that Josh made. So I figured let's have some fun. Let's hear Ian's call. Let's hear Breeny's call. I'm not sure if everyone's heard it. Maybe you've heard one, but not the other.
Is this going to be the first one or the second one?
What do you mean? Oh, the one that made it a 5-point game with 40 seconds to go.
Okay.
To me, it was I like to call it the dagger.
Okay.
The dagger 3. So your choice. You want Ian first or Breeny first?
I haven't heard Ian, so go. I want to end with Ian.
Okay.
Let's go Breen first.
I see a slight advantage you're trying to give Ian Eagle, but that's okay.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of MSG, the great Mike Breen and Clyde Frasier.
Hart with 7 to shoot.
Why did he give it to Brunson? Passed up Brunson.
Hart, a three-pointer. Bang! Josh Hart from downtown. And the Knicks go up 5 with 42 seconds remaining. Timeout, Celtics.
I was wondering why he passed up Brunson. That's why. He felt it. Much to the delight of the capacity crowd at the Garden.
Look, I think Clyde adds to that call.
Yes,
because he calls himself out for basically, hey, give it to Brunson.
Right,
give it
I was
to
wrong,
Brunson.
right.
But Breen with the bang. I mean, the bang is just, it's magic.
I'm disappointed.
In what?
Okay, because I was talking with my buddies, a couple of them Knicks fans last night. We're all texting during the game. That felt like, when you consider all the elements, this is one of the last local games we're going to get from this team all year.
Great point. Remember, no local telecast during the postseason.
So we don't know how many more. Now, we assume Deeper Run Breen will get plenty of Knicks game. We get that.
Sure.
But this is one of the last Breen-Clyde games. It's Josh Hart. We're not even talking about Brunson. The crowd's electric. It is the Celtics. I get it doesn't mean a ton. That felt like a double bang spot.
Nah, it's not a double bang spot.
I yelled bang, bang.
Nah. You're being too aggressive with the double bang.
I don't think so.
You can't do a double bang in that.
We're at the end of the year. It's one of their last games together, and that's an incredible moment in 3.
Come on. You're
sending
whoring,
a message to the Celtics.
You're whoring out the double bang if you give it there.
I disagree.
Can't do it.
I was disappointed with Breen on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of Amazon Prime, Ian Eagle and maybe Stan Van Gundy at some point.
Hart, jumper. Oh, yeah! Knicks. 42.4 on the clock. Maybe you should curb your enthusiasm because there's still 42.4 on the clock. Big time shot making on both ends here in the fourth.
Now, I do need to explain that. They did a close-up of Susie from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay, that makes sense. Was Ian doing the game solo last night?
I may have edited out Stan Van Gundy.
I mean, geez, are they paying Stan?
No. He was there. I may have taken some licensing with that.
Okay.
He didn't add anything.
Did you add the crowd noise then?
No, I just wanted to get to the curb line.
Okay.
I thought the curb line should be included. Don't you think the curb line should be included?
Yeah,
curb your enthusiasm.
Well, I'm glad you put it in context because that also almost sounded like Ian was being a hater. Like, let's calm down. Let's calm down.
No, I was very careful to make sure that that's why he said it. But yes, if you hear that without any context, it's like, really?
Curb your enthusiasm.
Ian let the call breathe a lot more than Breen did.
Yeah.
But Breen's call felt bigger.
It did.
So I'm going to give, to me, and Ian knows I love him, and I think he's the best in the business. I'm going to give the victory to Mike Breen.
I'm giving the victory to Mike Breen, too, and I'm the same way. Love Ian Eagle. However, I'm a little worried for Ian there.
What do you mean?
Now, if I'm going to be fair and critical of Breen, then I thought that moment was worthy of a double bang.
Yeah.
I think Ian's great. He gives you kind of an, oh, yeah, it lays out. I think Ian might be a little overworked if they're doing the Final Four in the tournament here. I need a little more energy from Ian.
You know what it is? I think you actually hit on it earlier. Even though Mike Breen's going to do national games, he's the voice of the NBA, this is one of his last pivotal Knick broadcasts.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even know if he's going to do the last 2 games. Who knows? And so I think he's letting it out more for the Knick fan. Ian's got bullets to save. Amazon Prime's got the playoffs.
Okay, you're right.
Ian's going to have some playoff calls.
We still don't know what games they're having, but
no idea. I tried to do research. Here's the only thing I know about the NBA playoffs in terms of TV. Local broadcast is not involved.
Okay.
Which means this is the end of Clyde Frasier.
I think Amazon has the play-in.
Yes, Amazon Prime has the play-in. I got to be honest with you. Could not care less. I am
agree.
so not interested in the play-in tournament. Maybe by next week I'll get there.
No, we'll take a week off from basketball.
Yeah, but as of right now, no interest, especially because it's not going to impact the Knicks. They're going to be the 3 seed. One last thing about Clyde, I swear, and then we'll get to your calls. Clyde Frasier said something that many may deem as, I don't know, politically incorrect. Maybe you shouldn't have said it.
Okay.
And Mike Breen quickly tried to move him away from it. So I'll set you the context up. Mike Breen was reading the quote from Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum made that comment about, hey, I don't know if I love going back to the Garden because it's the site of the injury.
Yeah.
Here is Mike Breen describing it and Walt Clyde saying something that we all think, even if we don't say it.
I'm not thrilled to come back and play there last time. Obviously a traumatic experience for me. Obviously I knew at some point I'd have to get over that hurdle and play there again, but it's not like I'm thrilled about it. But it's all part of it, part of a journey.
And we can say that too, Mike. We're not thrilled to have him back here.
Anybody, of course, all basketball fans are thrilled to have him back. There was such joy around the NBA when he first returned.
Mike's like, well, no.
No, yeah.
We're all thrilled to have him back.
Jeez.
And Clyde's saying what every Knick fan at the Garden's saying, even though they gave him a nice, respectful applause, which is, we don't want him back.
Yeah. Couldn't you have waited till October to come back? Nah, I'm with you. And honestly, the Jason Tatum saga, now that it's gone on, buddy, get over it.
What does that mean?
The days leading up and then last night, even after the game, I get that he tore his Achilles. The Madison Square Garden court is the same court every other team has. This isn't bad turf in a football stadium. This traumatic, which I'm sure was traumatic. Like, you think Cam Scatterwood was going to be scared to go back into Philadelphia?
Well, first of all, you ever play sports?
Yeah, of course.
You ever play professional sports?
No, of course.
You ever tear your Achilles?
No, of course.
You ever rehab from a torn Achilles?
No, I've rehabbed from plenty.
Okay, ever come back from a torn Achilles?
No.
So how the hell do you know what Jason Tatum is going through in terms of recovery?
I don't know, but we've seen plenty of athletes tear their Achilles. I don't remember a single one of them talking about the place that they tore their Achilles the way Tatum has talked about Madison Square Garden. Do you think Tyrese Halliburton next year is going to be like, I'm really scared to play at Oklahoma City. It's going to be a traumatic experience. He won't. How many... Aaron Rodgers tried to come, as much as we mocked him, come back within the season, right back on the turf everybody hates. It's a little much now from Tatum.
You know what I think is going on? Because I could take two sides here. I could say, look, he's in touch with his feelings, which is certainly a possibility. Or I can say, he's playing the game on you all. Like,
you think this is a rope-a-dope?
I think this is a movie for the Celtics. Like, they've already won an NBA championship. They're disappointed about what happened last year. And their revenge on the New York Knicks is cinema. Now, I don't know if they're going to do it because they have to beat the Knicks, which there's no guarantee they're going to do.
Right.
And remember, before Tatum got hurt, they were down 3-1. But I almost feel between Jaylen not playing last night, between all the comments that Jaylen Brown has made, between Tatum talking about coming back to the Garden, I almost feel like the Celtics are creating this Michael Jordan-like, and we took it personal. You know what I mean?
I hate that.
And they got to go do it. Like, they got to go complete it. But I get that vibe from all of them.
Jason Tatum is making it very hard to root for him in the postseason.
Yeah, you'll be doing it. Don't worry.
I don't know, dude.
Let's get to your calls. 888-808-1019, the number. Jimmy is in Warren County. Hey, Jimmy.
Evan and Sean, what's going on?
What's up? How are you?
I'm all right. I know the Knicks are better. I have confidence in them, but I've been way different as a Knicks fan this year. I've been more quiet and more reserved, and I know why. It's because deep down in my fat gut, I can't help it but think that if this doesn't happen right now, this may never happen. And I can't help but think that because that window, I can't read the future, so I'm going into this with some nerves because it's like, it's time. We got to do this now.
I get that. Like, I think your window, and I don't want to over-exaggerate how long it's going to be open because one doesn't know, and I don't know how long the Knicks will allow the window to be open because it's always possible that if they fail out early this year, they'll look at the honest opportunity and say, screw it, let's blow it up, let's try it this way, and that could make things worse. I mean, certainly on the table. But I think that you can't live in fear about next year or the year after. But I think what you're saying is why you have to win a championship. And the reason why I, as a fan, even with teams that come out of nowhere, have that same mentality of, I don't know if I'm going to be back. Those are the words I used after the Mets lost in the NLCS to the Dodgers. And it's early this season, so I don't know what's going to happen. But there's a damn good chance I'm going to be right. Same thing with your team getting to Game 5 of the World Series or having a lead in Game 1 of the World Series. And so I think as a Knicks fan, you shouldn't be fearful of it. But I understand in the back of your mind realizing this is our shot.
Yes. And it goes back to, you brought up the Yankees and the Yankee fan mentality. I think the Knicks have a little Buffalo Bills thing going on right now where, like, the fan base probably thinks, like when Sean McDermott's crying after that Denver, or Josh Allen's crying and they fire McDermott, you were so down for so long, like losing a generation. Like Knicks fans did. I think we almost forget that at this point.
Yeah.
You keep knocking. You're wondering what year you're going to look back on and go, that was our chance. And that kind of feels like you're at that arrival like last year felt like with the Bills.
Yeah. The Knicks could end this run by deciding this isn't working and making a massive trade during the offseason, and there's major risks that are attached to that. It could also work, but it could also send things backwards. But they're not an aging team. Like, if the Knicks decided after getting knocked out, let's say they do lose to the Celtics in the second round, and they take the approach of, we're going to run it back, kind of like what the Yankees are doing, and we'll change some bench pieces. We'll hopefully do well in the draft. We have our pick, and yes, Jalen's a year older. Yes, Cat's a year older. Yes, everyone's a year older, but the experience will only help us. Their window should be open next year.
No, it should be.
The East, in theory, will be better because Halliburton will be back. The Wizards could be a force. Tatum is fully healthier, and who knows what the Celtics do during the offseason.
Right. The Nets will have won the lottery and have Giannis.
Okay, yeah. I'm fully aware. I'm not even going to acknowledge that the East could be better.
Yeah.
But it's not as if this is a bunch of 35-year-olds, you know?
No. But we just talked about Tatum. We've talked about Halliburton. Like, the Knicks have been pretty blessed outside of the hand injury from Brunson. Like, anything can change at any different point.
Absolutely. No, which is why, because I know you've said this, and you're not the only one who says, well, let's say they get through the East. Let's say they beat Boston. Let's say they beat Detroit. All things that are certainly possible. They can't beat the Thunder. And the reason that's BS, and I remember saying it prophetically last year when guys thought they couldn't beat Boston. One injury changes everything.
Right, SGA could go down. Right,
well, I mean, it happens.
Right.
Look at Victor Wembanyama and the scare that the Spur fans had with this rib injury.
True.
And so you want to get there because you never know what changes. Look at Indiana in the finals last year with Tyrese getting hurt.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tatum got hurt in the midst of the Knicks series, even if the Knicks were already about to go up 3-1. Things can change on a dime. Let's go to Jason in Montgomery. Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's going on, Evan and Tiki?
Well,
good.
Tiki says hi. What's up?
Yeah. Evan, yesterday I did the doubleheader. I went to the Yankee Met game, and I even got a nickname for it.
What's that?
The New York City doubleheader of LD offense.
Yes, it was a double LD offense last night.
Yeah, a doubleheader of just they scored one through 18 games, both games. They scored one run, and I just wanted to point out that it was shocking because I don't know if this was your thoughts, because McLean pitched well and Weathers pitched well, but the fact that the A's did not have Langoliers and the Diamondbacks did not have Corbin Carroll, I think is alarming that they were only able to score one run, because obviously the Yankees' bats were just quiet. The Mets offense didn't do anything after that Luis Robert Jr. home run. And then just one quick point to Sean. I know Sean mentioned this I think it was last week. So yesterday was actually not the only doubleheader. I believe there's another one in August when the Yankees play the Red Sox and the Mets play the Astros, and that's actually the Peacock game. I don't know if that could get flexed, but I believe that is another potential doubleheader.
Jason, I appreciate it. Now, real quickly before we let you go, to put a bow on what's been a big topic this week, you went to both games yesterday. Were you noticeably colder at the night game as opposed to the day game?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yes, because I brought extra layers for that Met game. It was windy. It was cold. My brother had a winter hat on.
Okay.
So definitely a lot more colder. And the sun at Yankee Stadium also.
Sun's a help, man. Boy, that is a brutal doubleheader to go to.
Horrible.
I mean, not only do both teams lose, and maybe that's not what you're rooting for, because you could be a Met fan who hates the Yankees, Yankee fan who hates the Mets, but you literally saw nothing offensively.
It's horrible.
Nothing. So he's right. And what he's referring to is, it was about a week and a half ago, Sean and I were talking about opportunities to go to a Met-Yankee doubleheader in the same day because they're rarely home at the same time.
Thank God I didn't go.
Yeah, imagine that. And I told Sean, I said, look, I can't go. It's my wife's birthday. Like, there's just no way I'm going to tell her on her birthday, yeah, I'm going to go watch the Yankees and I'm going to go watch the Mets. And so we went through the schedule, and Sean tells me, this isn't the first time he's been wrong about something. He tells me this is our only shot. And Jason...
Well, you tell... No.
What?
You started the convo. It's funny you forget things by saying there's no shot this year, to which listeners chimed in and told me there's one shot.
Well, I said that it's rare that the Mets and the Yankees are home.
You're like, I don't think that's happening this year.
I didn't think it. And then you said, let me look it up.
Yeah.
And you did find a recent game, yesterday's day, in which you could have gone to the Yankee game during the day and then shoot on over to the Met game. It would have been an easier transition than the previous 2 days when the Mets changed the start time, but the game wasn't ending till 7 o'clock anyway. Here's the date he's referring to, and this is very sexy.
Okay.
It's a Sunday, so it's not midweek.
Okay.
Sunday, August 30th, Yankees, Red Sox, Yankee Stadium, 1:35. Sunday night, Mets, Astros, Peacock game, 7:20. So not only are you seeing the Mets and the Yankees, in theory, because obviously a lot can change, the Red Sox and the Astros, pretty damn appealing opponents. But it's a Sunday during the summer.
And basically because the next weekend's Labor Day, I think. That
is correct.
That's a brutal one, man. That's one of the last good beach days of the year.
So you're not interested in that one.
You know how that gets. You get that. I get summertime anxiety at the end of summer where I want to try to get like everything in. That's tough. But I don't know. Like that is sexy. It's Yankees, Red Sox.
And it's a lot sexier than what Jason and others may have done yesterday for those that made the doubleheader. You froze your asses off.
It's horrible. That could be 100 degrees that day, though.
It could. Look, you could absolutely have it be
the cheese is brutal.
It could be the inverse. But I'm watching, and I said this to you guys yesterday because I think Tiki was saying, don't you regret not seeing Nolan McLean? And I said, no, it's my wife's birthday. Like, I have no regrets. As I'm watching it at 7-1, and people are freezing their tuchuses off, I'm thinking to myself, I'm the smartest guy in the world for never considering this.
Now, you know who pulled off a good doubleheader? Our listeners, Kerry and Justin from Sayreville?
Yes.
Yankees into the Knicks.
Oh, you could have done that too? You're right.
They did that yesterday.
That's a good doubleheader.
Great doubleheader.
What about Yankees into the Nets? That's for home, too.
That's a brutal doubleheader.
What about the Islanders, who had a huge victory last night?
And that one started earlier at 6:45. More palatable.
Yeah, we had a lot of dueling sports doubleheader opportunities over the last few weeks because even Yankees opening day a week ago was the same thing.
UBS, Madison Square Garden, and Barclays were all hosting games after Yankee opening day.
That's unbelievable. And obviously, even though we haven't mentioned a word of it till right now, the most important victory was the Islanders, who have kept their playoff hopes alive. They came out like a different team under Coach LeBoer, and they got a shot. DeBoer. I said LeBoer.
I was going to call you on it.
I corrected myself.
Yeah.
We're allowed to misspeak around here.
DeBoer's head, man, he had a cold cut yesterday.
Did you write that at 9:30 last night?
I wrote it like 5 years ago. It's an old recycled joke.
Oh, is it? From when he was coaching the Devils?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's go to Kingsley in Brooklyn. Hey, King.
Hey, Evan. Hey, Sean. How you guys doing this morning?
Good, man. What's up?
So when I called in, I called with an idea for the Giants. To me, the draft pick for the Giants is very easy. But I also wanted to share very easy.
Wow, this must be so simple then.
Very simple. You go with the generational player. Now, every
Tommy
draft,
Lugauer?
you hear the word generational. So there's only one player right now that we can see very clearly who's generational, right? That's Caleb Downs. He's the only player.
You made Sean so nervous because you thought you were going to say Jeremiah Love. So
I like it.
You saved this conversation.
I think he's the only can't miss in the draft, so I'm with you, Kingsley.
You heard what Nick Saban said about him. Top-tier football IQ. He also called him a football junkie. Nick Saban. Dart is also a junkie. What kind of team are we trying to build here, right?
Yeah,
so we want football junkies. That's what we want. And I was just thinking about the Jets, too. I know I'm a Giants fan, but...
That's all right. I appreciate it. What are you thinking about? How much we suck? Thank you.
Let me ask, who would you like?
I'm good with either Arvell Reese or David Bailey, but I've talked myself into Bailey because he's the safer pick. And I think with what the Jets are trying to do and the foundation they're trying to build, I need good football players. I'd like great football players, of course, but if both guys are going to be really good, I feel more secure bringing in the guy who is the safest to be good. But I admit I'm going to be happy either way. Like, I will be thrilled walking away with one of those two players to build my defense around.
I don't think anybody's going to be disappointed with the Jets' second pick. The draft for the Jets, ironically, starts at 16. That's where all the discourse.
No, I agree. I think that's where the discourse is going to be. And I mentioned it yesterday. Like, I've moved away from Ty Simpson, not because I don't like the player, but because I know NFL history. And I know if they draft a quarterback in the first round, they're not taking one next year. And if you're not in love with someone, and I doubt they're in love with Ty Simpson. They probably like Ty Simpson. But if you're not in love with somebody and you've got 3 first-round picks next year, I don't know, man.
I did love how yesterday you never let me and Tiki get to our endorsement for pick 16. That was awesome.
Oh, did I not? Oh,
nope.
My bad.
You teased it, never paid it off, and I was sitting on it all day.
I don't think I ever teased it, but go ahead.
My pick?
If you feel like it's really important to get it out there, sure, go ahead.
I'll tell you on
Plus,
draft.
my call screening software died, so I can't go to our next call.
Well, you can tell me who to take. I will tell you draft night when you turn on the WFAN YouTube page and you watch us starting at 7:30 with the WFAN draft party. That's when I will tell you my
so now, wait a second. So you just went from you teased it yesterday, which, by the way, I never did. I write my teases down. I'm very well
Whatever.
prepared.
It wasn't a tease. You said, we'll get to you guys in a call in a second. It was one of those.
And now you're taking it away from us by saying I'm not going to tell you who the Jets should draft at 16?
Wasn't good enough yesterday. You want to know who I think? I'll tell you at 7:30 when that draft show starts and Craig's stuffing food down our face.
Yeah. I can't wait for that night.
I can't wait either. I was told this morning I'm the least important person there, so that was nice.
Well, I don't know if you're the least important person there.
Yeah.
I think
somebody's got to be the least, and that's fine.
If I had to rank the most important to the least important, I don't know. Probably Big Mac.
Let's be honest.
I don't think he likes football as much as you. So you have the edge on him as like the face of Giant fans. Plus, Tiki's a Giant fan. Maybe Jerry because he's a Cowboy fan. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm using fandoms as the reason. That's probably not a good way to look at it.
I just is McMonagle aware the draft's happening that night?
Well, no, Yankees are playing the Red Sox.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
night.
Is the only thing we're watching the Yankee game up there? We'll see.
Yeah, so the draft party is the night of the draft, and you can consume it live on YouTube, and it's presented by FanDuel. I got my equipment working. Let's go to Richie in Queens. What's up, Richie?
Hey, guys. Yeah, I think Bailey's going to be the pick. Hey, guys, you mentioned for you, Jeff, I think Bailey is the guy, number 2. And I agree with you, Simpson will not be picked. The thing you mentioned about the doubleheader, Peacock on a Sunday night, the DOG's going after these guys, and rightfully so. I thought 5 years from now we'd have an issue, or 5 years, 3 years ago I thought it would take a while. But it's injustice what's going on. Ev, I don't know if you touched on the game last night. I mean, McLean, 100 pitches, but not a tough 100 pitches. Let him get in, and you're going to have a problem with Weaver, and you're going to have a problem with Williams.
I would have kept Nolan McLean in the game. I also am realizing that April 9th in cold degree weather isn't the day to necessarily jump on the table and scream that Carlos Mendoza is an idiot.
In what degree weather?
45 degree weather. Is that what I said?
You said in cold degree weather.
Yeah, well, cold degree weather. That's accurate, too. I mean, it's not wrong. Well, I give a number, but I think it was 45. But if you ask me, would I have kept Nolan McLean in the game? Yeah. But here's the problem with some Met fans. And Richie's not a Met fan. He's an IBO, and I respect it. The problem with Met fans and Yankee fans is we lose track of the baseball. Why did they take McLean out? Brett Beatty shouldn't play right field. Mark Vientos made a bad throw. They scored 1 run. 1.
You're not wrong.
Uno.
Now you're still asking him to score 8 runs last night.
I'm not. That's a different story, and I can't assume the game plays out the exact same way. But the offense was the problem. And I think when it comes to keeping pitchers in and taking them out, again, I would have kept Nolan McLean in. I was on record saying that on the Rico last night. I'm saying it here again. I also realized that in April, when it's your 3rd start of the year, you got to take a deep breath on it.
And to be fair, before last night, Luke Weaver had been great to start the year.
Yeah, and Luke Weaver failed yesterday. That's the bottom line. Cold degree weather. That's right. I did say cold degree. And you know what?
Connor, careful on being so good at that.
I own that because it was cold degree weather. I mean, there's nothing inaccurate with that statement, actually. Think about it. Cold degree. Then cold degree weather.
Evan, it's just cold weather. The degree is the number.
The degrees were cold. I mean, I don't see an issue with it. I don't even think that's a mistaken idiom.
No, it is.
Why?
That saying doesn't exist.
Well, I just made it up.
In frigid temps, in 30-degree weather, in cold weather.
Degrees are low. It was cold degree weather. I don't want to argue with it. You know what? I have a great way to settle this so that you and I don't have to battle for the last word. Connor Green does an amazing job on the other side. He's an independent observer. Connor, yay or nay on cold degree weather? I will respect your judgment.
I think it's perfectly fine because if you gave the degrees, it would be cold degrees. It's cold degree weather.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
I also want to make a vow for the rest of the show.
Yes.
Because I knew Tiki was going to be out and not be the buffer today. I promised myself I would not have the last word at any point. And I just did.
You just did.
I just did.
Respect Connor's decision and we can move on with this dopey show.
Okay. I respect Connor's decision. Sorry.
Thank you. Kerry is in Sayreville. Kerry pulled off the double dip yesterday. What's going on, Kerry?
I only just mentioned it.
what's going on?
Yeah.
First of all, it wasn't even that cold for the Yankee game. So cold degree weather. It was a beautiful day. 47 degrees, not cold.
That's because the Yankees had the foresight to schedule a day game instead of moving it up 24 hours ahead of time. So good job by the Yankees.
Well, that's true. That's true. But yeah, it was a good day. I mean, it would have been a great day if the Yankees could, I don't know, produce a run or do anything on offense. But the Knicks pulled through, and I got to see at least one win, which was pretty nice. It was our second doubleheader in a week.
Wow.
So I'm feeling a little tired, but it's a good couple of days.
I have an important question, and maybe the answer is going to be easy since you said it wasn't that cold. Did you leave the Yankee game early, or did you stay until its conclusion?
Oh, you never leave a game early.
Okay.
Ever.
No, I respect that, and I'll tell you the reason I bring this up, because I think it's a very complicated question, and I want you to think about it before you answer, and we'll come back and we'll have a nice discussion. Brief discussion, but we'll have a discussion. If your team is getting no hit, which the Yankees were yesterday, granted they broke it up, but if your team is getting no hit, do you kind of feel pressure that you have to stay?
Yes.
Even if in normal circumstances you'd say, I'm getting the hell out of here?
Yeah, it could be your only chance to ever see a no-hitter. You may not celebrate it. You'll sit there and be aggravated, but you got to sit there through it.
What part of...
Wait till the whole thing...
Don't answer it
You added an extra line that was unnecessary. Also, this Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, Precision Cooking, Effortless Results, ChefIQ.com. As we've been talking about, an up-and-down Thursday for the locals. Yankees lifeless in a 1-0 loss that some might have been hoping they got no hit. First series loss of the year. Nolan McLean passed the baton to Luke Weaver for a seventh-inning implosion. Mets lose 7-1. Knicks get the 2 huge threes, like we talked about from Josh Hart. And the Islanders win 5-3. They got within 1 point of the Flyers for the final spot in the Metro. They're also 3 points behind the Senators for the final wildcard spot because the NHL playoffs are a mess, and they play the Senators tomorrow. Oh, and the Nets lost the game they absolutely had to lose, and the game is now more famous for a viral couple getting screamed at.
Yes, which we'll get into. We'll get to your calls coming up, and I'll give you my answer on the no-hitter question, but it is time for the Yankee Turning Point. We guess this every day. For those that are new here on the midday program, you can call in the 10 o'clock hour. We already have a winner. Congratulations to the winner. But now is the fun part for me and Sean the guest. And this is Sean's first opportunity since he's usually behind the glass.
All right.
So the Yankees lost this game 1-0. And you can go 2 different routes here. You can go with the triple that set up the A's scoring their 1 run. You can go with the Soderstrom hit that gave the A's the 1-0 lead. Or you can do what I'm going to do, which is in the very next inning, right after the Yankees broke up the no-hitter in the bottom of the 7th inning, they were set up, man. They had runners on first and second and 1 out. And they had 2 opportunities to tie the game or take the lead. First, Randall Grichuk struck out. And then, after a double steal, Austin Wells flied out. To me, this is just me speaking, Austin Wells' fly out, and you talk about a guy that's done nothing and has gotten away with it scot-free.
Because he's good at ABS challenges.
Which is fantastic. I'd like you to hit more than 150 and maybe drive a few runs in. I think Austin Wells flying out lazily to left field, turning point of the game. Sean Morash.
I think it's got to be the triple because it was the 1 point in the game that actually led to a run that you knew when he got the third they were getting him home. So I'll go triple.
So you're going to go triple. So no one is going with the actual 1 run that was scored.
I'm playing the Emmanuel game. It's too simple.
Okay.
Emmanuel has changed the way I think about Turning Point.
All right. Emmanuel Barbari does a great job on Yankee Postgame. He is the decider of the Turning Point. Ladies and gentlemen, the Turning Point of yesterday's Yankee loss.
Here's Pitt, swung on and sent to the gap in right center field. Hit pretty well. Going back, Bellinger is on the track near 385 sign. It hits off the fence. Judge backing him up, backs up the play. Digging to second, now heading to third is Muncy, and he's in there with a pop-up slide.
All right, you got it right.
You're welcome.
Did you know the answer?
Connor also told me pre-show.
Oh, come on. Well, you know what? Thank you for being honest.
I couldn't live with myself.
I was going to maybe say something because I couldn't let Sean get away with that.
I couldn't.
Wait, so did you get honest because it was the right thing to do or because you knew Connor was going to rat you out?
I saw Connor smirking.
I was like, I can't let him act like he just knew that. There's no way.
I was going to accuse him, but then I was going to believe whatever he said. You son of a bitch.
Because it's not like it was the 1 run or anything where it was obvious. He had to be like creative about it.
Goodness. Would you leave a no-hitter early if it's against you? We'll get to that, plus more thoughts on the Yankees from yesterday afternoon and more of your Nick calls at 888-808-1019. HSS is ranked the #1 orthopedic for 16 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. When you choose HSS, you're receiving the best orthopedic care you can get. Now with expanded services in New Jersey, patients can receive world-class care for their first appointment through to surgery and follow-up care for sports injuries, joint replacements, spine care, and more. Learn more at hss.edu/New Jersey.
And this Odyssey Sports Minute is brought to you by the New Jersey Division of Highway Traffic Safety.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Oklahoma City Thunder keep making history. Just clinched the 1 seed in the Western Conference playoffs. Home court advantage throughout the NBA playoffs. Only the 6th team in the history of the league to clinch the 1 seed in its conference playoffs 3 years in a row. SGA about to win another MVP. Probably going to win Finals MVP. I think the Thunder are going to win the championship. This is a history-making team in Oklahoma City. I'm Nick Customers.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for New York businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Boomer and Geo is presented by FanDuel, and you know how much we love golf. Well, FanDuel has your back with a special Mulligan Bet Back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you could turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all? Go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Lock it in with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to claim your special Mulligan Bet Back token. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Refund issues non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY, text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Spring and summer are around the corner, and now's the time to prepare for pest season. From homes and hotels to backyards and ballparks, homeowners and businesses choose J.P. McNeel Pest Management. For over 50 years, J.P. McNeel has delivered proven year-round protection with offices in New York City, Long Island, the Hudson Valley, and Connecticut, and over 2,000 five-star reviews. Right now, take advantage of J.P. McNeel's seasonal residential discounts and free commercial inspections. Visit nopest.com. That's NOPESTS.com. J.P. McNeel Pest Management. Not just good, guaranteed.
Saturday.
It's time!
Two electric title fights. One night only. Yuri Prohaska versus Carlos Ulberg.
UFC gold will hang in the balance.
And Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira.
This is an unbelievable card.
Stream every fight free with your Paramount Plus subscription. No more pay-per-view. UFC 327, Saturday at 9. Streaming on Paramount Plus.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Penalties and interest are piling up every single day. Wage garnishments and bank levies could hit any moment. If you've been avoiding it out of fear, you're not alone. But waiting only shrinks your options and ramps up the stress. The truth is, the IRS settles with taxpayers every day through legitimate programs, and many qualify to reduce what they owe, in some cases by up to 99%. That's why thousands turn to helpwithirsdebt.com. They've guided over 120,000 Americans, resolved more than $2.3 billion in tax debt, and back every case with their ironclad resolution guarantee. If there's no real path forward, you get a full refund, no fine print. They even randomly select one qualifying client each year and pay off their entire IRS balance. Terms apply. Don't let another day pass. Go to helpwithirsdebt.com right now. It's fast, easy, and confidential. Find out what's possible today. helpwithirsdebt.com. Once again, that's helpwithirsdebt.com.
Hey, New Jersey, the Mega Millions jackpot is up to $110 million. Who couldn't use a little extra money in their pockets? Get your ticket today. Anything can happen in Jersey.
Kohl's Epic Deals prove one thing. A good deal is the best feeling. Better than remembering your password on the first try. Or that first sip of coffee in the morning. Well, okay, the coffee is pretty close. But still, Kohl's Epic Deals are hard to beat. Save big on comfy tees, sandals, cozy bedding, and more at Kohl's and Kohls.com. Select styles. Offers end April 12th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
We're your official station to talk Yankees and Mets. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
So yesterday, the Yankees are playing the Athletics, and they're getting no hit. And Jeffrey Springs has a relatively okay pitch count.
Yeah.
And they're getting no hit. And I'm watching the game. I'm not at the game. And Joe Girardi does his magic trick. I don't know if you guys heard this, but Joe Girardi's like, hey, Michael, we should mention there's a no-hitter.
Yeah, yes.
And it took about, I'd say, 2.5 minutes after Girardi made that reference for Ben Rice, if I'm not mistaken, to break up the no-hitter. And at least the Yankees are not going to have that embarrassment. But I was giving this a lot of thought because I know our buddy Big Mac was at the game. He had to leave early because he wanted to make the show. You know, there's no guarantee you're going to make it if you stay for an entire Yankee game. And I understand those circumstances. Not everybody is rushing to work at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. But it is an afternoon, and we have commitments. And I wonder if a no-hitter against your team, okay, so this is not you doing it. This is not Cam Schlittler flirting with a no-hitter where I think we'd all feel like morally obligated to stay and watch. It's historic. You were famously, Sean, at the Doc Gooden no-hitter.
My favorite sports memory in person ever.
I do not blame you.
That's why I yelled about Clark Schmidt.
But is it the same if it's against you? And is it the same if it's against you and it turns out to be multiple pitchers? Now, in this moment, we didn't know if the A's had completed a no-hitter, if it would have just been singularly Jeffrey Springs, or if they would have used multiple relievers. But you can use your noggin to figure out. It's probably going to be multiple relievers. And I was battling with this morally yesterday because while I'm a baseball fan that doesn't like to leave early, I choose not to. I also understand that now as an adult at 42, it took me a while to become an adult, sometimes there are responsibilities. Sometimes sitting in traffic on the Deegan doesn't sound like the most appealing thing in the world. So do you leave a no-hitter early when it's against your team? And I got to tell you, a part of me thinks maybe. I'm kind of in the maybe category.
I don't like what you laid out there.
Why?
Okay, so first of all, the excuse of other obligations. I don't want to sit in traffic. Like, I understand what you're saying, but also, we're not talking about like a 5-6 hour abnormal game here. You've already cleared the window out by going to the game.
It was a quick game, fair.
You know what I mean? So to me, that's out the window. Like, whatever other responsibilities you have at home, if you cleared the window to go to the game, the expectation going in even before anything was going on is you're probably staying for the whole game. So that's number one. Number two, look, I don't know. I know you and I feel more rare by the year that we are like psychopath sports fans.
Yeah.
Where probably sometimes it engulfs our life a little too much.
Probably too much.
Okay, but how often can you say truly, I went to the game and I came home with a memory, good or bad, forever?
I will tell you, as a guy that goes to an absurd amount of games, it ain't that often.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while.
Yeah.
And I've got a few, and I've listed them off, and obviously the no-hitter's at the top of the list. Multiple pitchers or not, even if you disagree that counts as a no-hitter, it doesn't make you a hypocrite to stay through and go, I came home, hey, I was at the time they got, combined no-hit.
Sure.
We all love saying that remember when stuff. If you're a sports fan, you live for remember when.
Yeah.
You can't leave early. And didn't you live this last year, or am I mistaken?
Did I live this last year? Can you be more specific, please?
I forget the pitcher. Weren't you at the Met Guardian game when they were getting no-hit?
I was. Oh, yes, I was.
So
Good call
what
by
was your
you.
plan?
I was never going to leave early.
Okay.
Well, I was in a weird spot. So it was a weekday afternoon during the summer. I think I took the day off.
Yeah,
if I'm not
Yankees
mistaken.
played Texas at 2 o'clock.
That was it. So I didn't even take the day off. I just knew I didn't have a show.
If there was any more proof we're psychopaths, I could pinpoint the schedule that day.
That's true. I took my youngest Spence to maybe his fifth game. Like, it's single digits. And then Mets were being no-hit. Now, it was a singular pitcher. Keep that in mind. I'm having trouble
I can't remember who the pitcher was.
Me too. I forget who it was. But I think there was a part of me that thought it wasn't about me, it was about him. It was about the fact that, wow, I didn't see a no-hitter until 2012. I was 29 years old.
Okay.
My dad didn't see a no-hitter. My dad has been to thousands of games. He didn't see a no-hitter until 2016. He was in his 60s.
Crazy.
Like, I can't believe, and this was the thing I marveled at, that my 5-year-old may see it.
Yeah.
And so I think, Sean, that was more about him than it was me seeing another one.
Okay.
So
I think you made the right call, because mine was my 9th birthday was not good.
Think about that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I also think your child being at the game is a huge impact on this. Like, obviously, some kids have vacation right now. So if you're with your child, and I don't know, maybe a Yankee fan is so piggish, they're like, I don't want my child to see my team no hit. I mean, you could also look at it that way.
Okay.
It could change them forever.
I mean, I think you're not doing a great job as a parent if an A's combined no-hitter changes them forever.
You never know the childhood sports experience that could affect a kid and what they root for. You really don't. You got to be careful with that.
I guess. That just seems like a very nondescript one.
I saw it flash before my eyes. Like, I saw Spence becoming a Guardian fan of that no-hitter.
How bizarre would that have been? You can't leave, though. You can't. You got to stay there. Now, the moment Rice had the hit, then you're even more locked in because you're going, I'm going to see a great win in a rally.
I thought
which is funny.
I honestly thought they were going to win until they failed with the opportunity in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's how I viewed it. But it's a tricky spot. And I think the other thing that adds to this is the combined no-hitter. I have a tough time really, I was going to use a term that's probably not good.
Okay.
I was going to use the word off and like getting it together in a sentence.
I understand. Okay.
And that's probably not the best way to refer to a no-hitter.
Yeah.
As, ooh, that gives me excitement.
Look at you a day after your wife's birthday.
Well, I'm cleaning up. Like, we have a family show. So I'm making sure that my vocabulary is appropriate for all audiences.
Even though at 10 o'clock and 30 seconds, I think the word penis is said every day.
Who said that?
Whatever the last drop of the Boomer and Gio show is
that's
every day.
That's different. And by the way, my children know that word. Like, it's a part of the anatomy.
Oh, of course, like an elbow.
Yeah. I mean, what are you supposed to tell them it is? Got to tell them what it is.
That's right.
It's a scientific term.
Ironically enough, every other word for it is worse.
I think so. Like, what else would you teach? Like, when my 5-year-old, and when he was 3, Spence is like, what this? And he points at it. Like, what am I supposed to say?
Wiener Schnitzel.
No, you say the scientific word.
Right. Good
Son,
point.
that's a penis. That's not like an inappropriate. That's not an inappropriate comment.
Yeah.
That's describe like we have body parts.
We don't have to talk about this anymore. I was getting to hopefully a great drop. We got one now. We're good.
Oh, we can move on now?
Son, that's a penis. That lives forever.
Okay. Let me get to some of your calls then, because I got nothing else to say then. 888-808-1019. Let's go to Gilbert in the Bronx. What's up, Gilbert?
Morning, guys. First time, long time. Love your show. I was at the game yesterday with my 16-year-old and my 9-year-old.
Yes.
And I've been since I was little with my father. We have stayed at every Yankee game. I never leave a Yankee game. I've seen the Yankees get blown out. I've seen them lose heartbreak. I've seen them lose. I was at 04 when they lost to the Red Sox when they made the Red Sox completed the comeback. There's no in the world I was gonna stay for the no-hitter by the 8th. 7th inning, I'm back and forth like yelling, come on, get a hit, something. When they got the walk, I yelled, there goes the perfect game, thank God. And Ben Rice got the hit. I was like, thank God. I saw my kids just get a little sigh of relief. Because we were still, at that time, 1-0, so we still had a chance.
Yeah, of course.
But the fact that the no-hitter was gone, the ridicule that, because their friends like to cut, jokes on each other and stuff like that. Like, they have fan bases. You imagine that you were at the game and your team got no hit. That wasn't going to put them.
But I find that fascinating that you begin by being very similar to me, which is we don't leave games early, which is the rule I lived with my dad. Like, I'll never forget the Mets lost to the Braves 16-0 on fireworks night. So everybody stayed for the fireworks.
Yeah.
And when the game ended, me and my dad got up to leave, and we were joking. We're literally the only people leaving because if you were going to leave before the fireworks, you left 3 innings ago. But we had this rule of you got to stay for the full game. And it sounds like Gilbert's the exact same way, except the no-hitter against your team.
Yeah.
That's the one line in the sand where, I got to leave early.
Yeah, see, that's where I disagree. If you're going to leave, you leave when your team's getting blown out and there's no chance of a comeback. The no-hitter is just that. You're almost wasting a ticket at that point for somebody that said, I would have loved to have been in a no-hitter in my life.
But the thing you got to remember about the embarrassment of it is there are 2 no-hitters against the Yankees that really jump out at me. And they're both by the Astros.
Yes, okay.
The one in 2022 by Christian Javier, and I think there was some relievers involved. I don't think it was a full no-hitter.
It was combined.
And then obviously the infamous combined no-hitter back in 2003.
That's the one I'm thinking.
Where, I don't know, can you answer the trivia question on all the Astro pitchers that pitched in it? Some of them are huge names.
Billy Wagner?
Billy Wagner was one, absolutely.
I don't know anybody else.
You can't name anybody else?
Billy Wagner got the last out of it, right?
You know what?
I think he did.
Are you sure?
That's why it jumps out of me.
Look that up because I'll give you the
With
other.
what computer? I got nothing.
Boy, you're useless today. I'll tell you.
I was at the Astros combined no-hitter in 2003.
Were you
Believe it or not.
really?
Yeah.
So do you remember anybody,
Can
Connor?
you name all the pitchers?
I know. I think Roy
Oswalt started the game.
Started,
and
then
had to
I
leave
forget.
after 3 innings or something.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all you got?
But to be honest, I never thought I couldn't name a single other guy that came in that game.
So do you hold that game near and dear to your heart, Connor?
No. And I really don't think of it as that being that big of a deal. I think if Roy Oswalt had thrown a no-hitter 9 innings, it would be a different story, but it just didn't really feel because after the game we were like, oh, it's a no-hitter.
But hold on now. If you were at that game and the Yankees had a combined no-hitter, same circumstance, like Pettit lasted 3 innings, something like that, would you view it differently?
Not really. I think a combined no-hitter just isn't quite the same as one guy doing it.
Especially back then, because you got to keep in mind, we were still living in a world in which no-hitters were pitched by one guy. Like the combined no-hitter was almost unique back in 2003. And remember, the Yankees as a franchise were just coming off back-to-back seasons a few years earlier of perfect games.
Yes.
David Wells in 98, David Cohn in 99.
Yeah.
By the way, here's the list. And you're right, Billy got the final few outs. The reason I got confused is there were 3 closers, eventual closers, who pitched for the Astros that night. Are you ready? Roy Oswalt only pitched 1 inning.
He just started the game with 1 inning?
He got hurt.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like he just left. He wasn't the opener. Yeah. Pete Monroe, the local kid, is the guy I remember. Right. The one I would have forgotten is Kirk Sarloos. He pitched an inning. And here are the final 4 innings. 2 scoreless from Brad Lidge. Went on to be a very good closer. A scoreless inning from the former Met Octavio Dotel, who not only pitched a scoreless inning, he did something very unique in that inning. He struck out 4 guys because one guy got on base due to a pass ball or wild pitch, and then Billy Wagner got the last 3 outs.
Wow. That's almost not fair, that back end of the bullpen.
Ah, it was crazy.
Should have seen the no-hitter coming.
But when you think about that, it doesn't embarrass you. The Yankees got to the World Series that year.
And that's all I'm saying. The idea of pushing back on that last caller, I don't want to see the team embarrassed. You're not embarrassed. You're a fan of the team. How is that embarrassing to you? I am. My team sucked tonight. I don't know. Not that I'd root for the no-hitter to happen, but I got to see it through.
They, after that no-hitter, went on to win 16 of their next 18 games. So that no-hitter sparked the 2003 New York Yankees. Let's go to John in Queens. Hey, John.
Hey, guys. I was also at that the 03 Astro game, by the way. But the reason I called was I specifically one night went to a game thinking that there was a chance for a no-hitter. It was the Max Scherzer against the Mets at the end of I think it was the 15th.
Yes.
Season.
Yeah. Oh, he threw it all right.
So it was a day-night doubleheader. The first game was important in the playoffs, and then whatever happened in that game, it made the second game useless. It was all September call-ups. I knew it was Matt Harvey versus Max Scherzer, and it was about 27 degrees out. I grabbed my 6-year-old son. I said, there's a good chance that there's going to be a no-hitter. And I've been chasing no-hitters since I passed on a ticket to go to Jim Abbott's in 92.
Wow. So you must have enjoyed that then, since the game didn't matter,
I
right?
loved it. Yeah. I loved it. I mean, Max Scherzer, I actually did see a no-hitter before that, and I think the 03 Yankee combined one was before that. But I saw, and I actually talked to this guy about this. I saw Bartolo Colon pitch a no-hitter in AAA.
Wow, that's kind of
You would love this story because you're an old Met guy. He walked the leadoff hitter, who was Chucky Carr, who is now back with the Brewers in the minor league.
I think he's passed away now, but sorry.
Oh, okay. No, Chucky Carr. He walked the leadoff hitter. Chucky Carr got stolen out, got thrown out stealing, and then Cologne retired the next 26 in a row.
Wow. That's like the Babe Ruth story, where Babe Ruth got ejected after walking the first hitter and then got taken out, and the next guy, Ernie Shore, retired 27 in a row.
That's crazy. I also love the idea of being like a storm chaser for no-hitters.
Well, it's impossible to chase, though. You can't.
He's giving you the story.
Can I walk you back to that Max Scherzer game? Okay. Have I ever told you the story about me and the Max Scherzer game?
I think, but refresh my memory.
So I've only been to 2 no-hitters in my life, Johan Santana and then Chris Heston, who pitched it.
I've only been to 2.
Well, I've been to 10,000 games. It's actually a very low percentage when you think about it. You've crushed me in percentages.
Fair enough.
So I saw Johan, I saw Chris Heston against the Mets in 2015. I was not at the combined no-hitter a couple of years ago. And the Max Scherzer no-hitter, he's right. He nailed all of it. It was a cold day. It was the second game of a day-night doubleheader. I went to the first game. By myself. Have no idea what happened, and the only significance, I think, was like home field advantage in the first round, something of that nature. My wife was working during the day, which is why I went to the game. I had nothing to do.
Okay. This wasn't a weekend as a regular?
It's a Saturday, yes. It was a Saturday. For the second game, I said, do you want to go to the Met game? And I was honest with her. I said, look, they're about to go to the playoffs. I'm going to go to every playoff game. I'm good. This is totally your call. And she said, well, I kind of want the giveaway because the giveaway was a blanket. So we went to the ballpark, got the giveaway. We each took turns going in, coming back, getting the blanket. And I said, how do you feel? And she's like, let's go home. So we went home. And Max Scherzer threw a no-hitter and struck out like 19 guys. Yeah. And I got to be honest with you, 0 regrets.
I was at Blake Shelton at the Barclays that night.
How do you remember that? Like, I have a story. Why would you remember that? That game don't mean anything to you.
Because I kept checking my phone during it.
You were interested in it?
Yeah, because like people were texting, like he's throwing a no-hitter.
And here's the difference between that and a lot of these others. Max Scherzer's a Hall of Famer, right? You're going to tell your grandkids, I saw Max Scherzer's no-hitter. If Gavin Williams, and that was the name of the Guardian, had completed the no-hitter, I don't know if I'm telling my grandkids about Gavin Williams. It's like, oh, yeah, Gavin Williams pitched a no-hitter. The way Bud Smith threw a no-hitter 30 years ago for the Cardinals. Like, it dies in history, right?
Yeah.
But Max Scherzer is Sandy Koufax.
Right,
he's
Max
Tom
Scherzer.
Seaver. He's an all-time great.
Yeah, when Max Scherzer is Max Scherzer, he's Clayton Kershaw, okay?
That's very good. Let's go to Shirley in Poughkeepsie. Hello, Shirley.
Hey, well, I've never seen a no-hitter. These stories are great, by the way. And in my opinion, it only counts if it's one pitcher, but whatever. So I grew up in Northern California, and we used to go to one Giants game a year because it was 150 miles on a pretty lousy road.
Wow.
So we go to this game in the mid-'60s. I'm a rabid Giants fan. They get down by the top of the ninth inning. They're down 17-3, and Tony Cloninger, the Braves pitcher, had hit 2 grand slams. And my dad says, all right, we're leaving. And I started crying. We can't leave. It's only the ninth inning. They got one more.
That's your commitment.
Yeah. And then I guess later, we're in the parking lot, and we hear that in the bottom of the ninth, a chicken got loose on the field, and Willie Mays was chasing it around, and I'm all, see what we missed?
What a time.
That's why you don't leave a game early.
Yeah.
That's literally the reason I give my kids. It's not that the team's going to come back from 17-3 down. It's what if a chicken gets loose? You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen in a baseball game.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
You are on fire with these horrible jokes, so just throw it at us.
Apparently to meet Willie Mays.
Okay.
Admit you like that one and just move on.
I mean, I like it. It's just that I don't know if it's because Tiki's out. I'm not sure. You are like loading up these lame jokes.
It's a Friday.
Like you're going to die and this is your last chance.
Well, who knows what happens this weekend? I got a Bolshol weekend. What if I breathe it in?
Let's go to Eric in Brooklyn. Good morning, Eric.
Hey, Evan, Sean, what's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
All right. So two things. One, I will definitely tell my grandkids about going to Chris Heston throwing a no-hitter against the Mets. It was a cold night. They were losing. I think they had Eric Campbell and John Mayberry batting 3 and 4.
Probably.
So it was brutal. But anyway, second point is you talk about things in sports that could change your whole mentality as a child.
Yeah.
My parents, okay, my father was a Yankees fan. My mother was a Mets fan. And now this is 1998. The Yankees won the World Series a couple years ago. I don't know which way to go. The Mets, they trade for Mike Piazza, and all of a sudden, my mind was made up.
Yeah.
So you're right. You never know what can happen. Any little thing can change your mind about what will happen as your life as a sports fan.
That's why, like, I teach this to Sean because Sean and I are very similar, but he's not as open-minded as me. I try to remind him that not everybody is you, right?
Right.
I was never not going to be a Met fan or a Jet fan or a Brooklyn Net fan or an Islander fan because it was in my blood.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of kids have those moments where everything can change.
I just don't believe
and you
as
have
a parent
to be
you could allow that.
Well, you could try so much. I mean, but you can't control everything.
You kick them out of your house.
What do you mean kick them out? What, you're going to threaten your kid?
Yeah, you go live with grandma. You're not rooting for the Yankees. That's the way it works in my house.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not doing that.
Well, because they're just not going to not do it.
So
That's
that's your question. So
Uh-huh.
let's say one of your daughters brings home a guy that you don't like when they're 18 or 19. Are you going to do the same thing about that? Or is it only sports?
I care more about the sports.
See, I knew. I set him up for hell because you're not going to do that. You're going to tell your daughter, I don't like this guy. Maybe you're going to buy a gun just to scare him. I don't know. There's a lot of ways you can go with that. But you're not going to tell your daughter, get out of here. I don't like you anymore. You're not going to do that unless you're an ogre.
My daughter's going to appear in this studio at some point over the summer.
I can't wait.
And you're going to meet her, and you're going to ask her one question: who are you not allowed to marry? And she's going to have the answer for you. Never an Eagles fan. She knows the rules, so it all ties in. The dating, the sports, it all ties in.
Here's the problem, okay?
Well, my dead body, my grandkids, Eagles fans.
Yeah, she's lying to you.
No, she's not.
She's 5.
She's 6 now.
She's 6. She's just lying to you.
No, she's not.
When she's old
daddy's
enough,
little girl,
and she meets somebody, and by the way, the Eagles' love is not the first thing this guy says because he's thinking about other things.
Don't you dare put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I didn't do anything. I'm just saying, like, it's just going to be too late. I'm just letting you know.
No, it will not be.
Let's go to Dave in Cranford. Hey, Dave.
Hey, how you doing, fellas?
Good.
I got a good one for you.
Yeah.
It was 1990. I was home from school, college, watching the Yankees with my dad, and we're watching Andy Hawkins throw 8 innings of no-hit ball against Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And the Yankees lost 4-0.
Yes. In fact, I'm going to prove my geekdom. I'm going to show something to Sean Morash. What is this on my tablet right here?
That's the Andy Hawkins box score.
No, it's a scorecard.
Scorecard.
Yeah, I scored it during the pandemic. Take a look at that.
Oh, wow.
Because our last caller brought something up from many years ago. 1990 was how many years ago? Can we do some math on that?
It is 36 years ago.
36 years ago. I was too young. I heard about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. But
my dad talks about it twice a year.
So your dad talked about it. My dad talked about it too. He tells us the story. And for anyone who's under the age of 45, I'm going to give you breaking news. The Yankees once pitched a no-hitter and they lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's the headline. The Yankees pitched a no-hitter and lost.
Who misplayed the ball in the outfield?
I'll get to that. I got the whole thing written down. Jim Liritz.
Yep. Thanks, Dad.
The follow-up question has to be, how the hell did that happen? That's the follow-up. How did it happen? And so my dad would always tell me, well, lots of errors and walks. So finally, when the pandemic hit, that was when my curiosity finally met the turtle. I was like, all right, I got to do this.
Okay.
Curiosity hits something. What is it?
I don't know. The turtle's fine. That could be right. You're
Curiosity
a shell
killed the cat.
Cat. Thank you. And so I watched the entire game, and I scored the entire game. And there were so many things I just can't get over. Like the first 2 plays of the game, the Yankee outfielders, Jim Leyritz and Jesse Barfield, made great plays. The other thing, and this is a disgrace, is that Sammy Sosa was the – I'm not even joking. Sammy Sosa was the guy who in the 8th inning started the rally that gave the White Sox the lead.
What an incredible anecdote.
Yeah, you like that? His error that was eventually called on the third baseman, Mike Blowers, was originally ruled a hit, and they changed it. So I call shenanigans on that game. They called it a hit, and then someone made a phone call and said, there's a no-hitter going on. We can really embarrass the Yankees here. And they changed it to an error. BS. And then finally, Jim Leyritz made an error, and then Jesse Barfield made an error, and then the Yankees lost 4-0.
You think about this. Can I just one final note?
Yeah, of course.
Jim Leyritz's career is incredible.
Yeah, I know.
To be an outfielder that early, but then still go back and catch as much as he did as the 90s went on is insane when you think about today's athletes.
Oh, that's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not anything.
I thought about like 10 other things, not just one other thing.
Okay, but just think of baseball
I wasn't just
today.
talking about the off-the-field stuff. I was talking about he then goes on and becomes a World Series hero. And then becomes a postseason hero with other teams. Yeah,
but then he's on the 98 Padres as the Yankees are winning. He has the biggest hit on the World Series before with the Yankees. But just the idea of, I don't know, man, imagine Carson Ben just catching for the Mets in 5 years.
Yeah.
It's just weird to me.
No, I understand. I think Jim Leyritz had, for many reasons, obviously some of it tragic, some of it amazing, some of it all over the place. He has one of the most fascinating baseball stories of all time.
He is. Yeah.
He's great to talk to. We've had Jim on a few times, and he's fascinating. And his career, you're right. It's a story. It's like a crazy story. He's dropping fly balls in left field. He's catching. He's hitting historic home runs for the Yankees, then for other teams. And yeah. Okay, that was it. Now let's go to...
we are geeking out today.
I know. Today's a geek show. This is for all the geeks out there. It's for all the people who say WFAN doesn't do sports anymore.
Remember that time Willie Mays chased a chicken in the outfield?
Son, that's a penis.
Wiener Schnitzel.
What was that for? Are you trying to cleanse us from talking
Just throwing it out there.
Jeez. Let's go to Dave in Rockland. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave. Hey, how you doing?
Good, man.
Good, man. All right. First time, long time. So, I think it was 98. My son's first baseball game ever, a Little League field trip, was Wells' perfect game.
Oh.
Stayed for the whole game. It was bobblehead.
Beanie Baby.
Beanie Baby. I still have the card, but my ex-wife threw away the Beanie Baby.
Oh, no!
I buy a... You're not kidding. So I go and I buy a 16 by 20 picture of Wells pumping his fist after the game. I go to the Yankees perfect game signing show. It was Wells, Cone, and I believe Whitey Ford and their catchers. So I get Wells' signature. The guy online behind me is with his son. His son's been to 2 games. Both because his uncle couldn't go to those games and was Wells's and Cone's perfect games.
Wow. I can't believe she threw out the Beanie Baby.
8 years old. My son was like 6. It was T-ball. First baseball game ever.
That is unbelievable. What are the odds of that? Because to me, that is so special and even more special than any no-hitter because of the fact it's a perfect game. And it's also in an amazing year. By the way, I have to play you a clip. I need to find it, and I'll play it for you. Don't worry, Connor, I have it. Whenever I think of David Wells now, I think of the famous Vince Scully line about him. Have you ever heard this?
No.
So at the time in his career, David Wells was as obese as ever. He was pitching for the San Diego Padres. They were facing the Dodgers. And so Vince Scully was always the king of the anecdote. So here's Vince Scully talking about Boomer David Wells.
Nickname is Boomer. It was given to him by Lloyd Mosby when he was pitching for Toronto. He is 6'4", 245 pounds, and he wore a T-shirt in spring training that said, "I beat anorexia."
That's amazing. 10 years ago, I got hammered drunk with David Wells.
What?
Hammered drunk.
You want to elaborate?
Yeah, so we were out Super Bowl 50, San Francisco.
Yeah.
We walk into a bar, and how those things work. It's a random hole-in-the-wall, and David Wells is there with a dude. And I'm with Damon Amendola at the time, who was at the perfect game, and he tries telling David Wells a story about the perfect game. Wells could care less. Wells basically telling him, you and 100,000 others were at the perfect game. It was great. He loved it. And he liked that I was laughing with him. So I'm not kidding. The night turns into us hanging out with David Wells for like 2-3 hours. Right. We get so drunk on Jameson, Wells' last shot he does before he nearly falls over, he holds up the Jameson for everybody. And he goes, "Here's to looking up your mother's skirts, fellas." And we did the shot. I threw up in the bathroom and we left. And it was the last time I've ever seen David Wells in my life.
You made me like pee myself.
Come on. That was the line he gave. Could you imagine saying that?
No.
And I thought to myself, you know what, David? You could look up my mother's skirt. I wouldn't mind. You're David Wells.
All right, I got to regroup.
All right.
We'll get back to your calls coming up, 888-808-1019. And the New York Yankees are a class organization, except what they did yesterday was awful and mean-spirited. We'll get to what it was. Evan and Tiki, Sean Morass sitting in the big chair as we take you to the Carton Show at 2 o'clock.
Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever during the spring refresh sale. Save up to 30% on your window and door project. Plus, take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Windorama. It's simple. Book your free in-home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free in-home consultation today.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on Town Fair Tire. Our name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire, nobody.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Bet365.
It's upon us. NFL draft time. A time for hope. A time for new beginnings. And time to party with the fans.
Hey, baby, let's go out there like a bunch of crazy dogs and have some fun.
Round 1, Thursday, April 23rd. Big Blue and Gang Green will be on the clock. And the crew is getting together for a draft night hang. Boomer, Gio, and Jerry, Evan, Tiki, and Morash, Carton, and McMonigal will all crash the FAN rooftop here in Manhattan. And you can check them out streaming live at 7:30 p.m. on YouTube, X, Facebook, and Instagram. New York football changes that night. And it's all brought to you by FanDuel and your home for New York sports, WFAN.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey.
Hey everyone, Boomer Esiason here. I've spent years on the field learning what really matters most: reliability, consistency, and trust. That's why I love Red Pocket Mobile. You choose from 3 major 5G networks. Plans start at just $10 a month and stay there. Plus real customer care answers in under 2 minutes. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Hey fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, April 17th when the Yankees host the Royals, and be ready to receive a Yankees promotional giveaway that has become a fan favorite. It's Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees hockey jersey. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Royals for Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub on Friday, April 17th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick
out of the park!
From way downtown for a
beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams!
Hello, New York, New Jersey. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Water damage happens fast. So can the cleanup when you call on the restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVPRO to help make it like it never even happened. That's 1-800-SERVPRO.
Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $250 back in bonus bets if your first bet wins. FanDuel puts player research right at your fingertips, so you can check stats, trends, and matchups all in one place and make your picks with confidence. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and older, physically present in New York. First online, real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which do expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
When your money gets tight, you have to make some tough choices. Do you pay the mortgage, pay the credit cards, or pay the IRS? For lots of people, taxes get pushed aside until the letters start, then the threats, then the action, bank levies, wage garnishments. You can stop worrying. The IRS is offering new opportunities to help you resolve your back taxes, and Guardian Tax knows how it all works. If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, you may qualify to reduce your total tax debt by a very significant amount, even if you're years behind on filing. But timing matters, and so does who you trust. Guardian Tax knows the system and how to work it in your favor. They step in, deal with the IRS directly, and fight to protect what you've worked so hard to earn. In today's economy, you can't afford to lose more. Call Guardian Tax now for a free confidential consultation. 800-404-4307. 800-404-4307. Don't wait for the IRS to make the next move. Make yours first. Call now. 800-404-4307.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Hey guys, let's get real for a second. When it comes to performance, good enough isn't good enough. And that's exactly why Blue Chew just raised the bar. Blue Chew Gold tablets go further than others, combining 2 proven ingredients for circulation plus apomorphine and oxytocin to enhance arousal, desire, and connection from the inside out. Get started today at BlueChew.com. And now we've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off the first month of Blue Chew Gold with promo code WFAN. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information.
As a contractor, I don't pay for materials I don't use. So why would I pay for stuff I don't need in my mobile plan? That's why my Biz plan from Verizon Business is so perfect. Now I can choose exactly what I want, and I only pay for what I need.
Right now, with My Biz plan, get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Visit VerizonBusiness.com to get started today. New lines only. Price per month with 5+ lines. Includes autopay and paper-free billing and promotional discounts. Taxes, fees, economic adjustment charge, applicable add-ons, prices, and terms apply. Guarantee applies to base monthly rate and stated discounts only. Add-on prices additional. Offers end June 30th, 2026.
Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch, presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
Get connected with WFAN to talk about your favorite teams. The Fan on the Odyssey, iHeart, and TuneIn apps.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. As Luis Heel gets set for his first start, the Yankees have DFA'd Cade Winquist to make room on the roster, which potentially will send him back to the Cardinals as the Yankees will lose their Rule 5 pick. Begging the question, what was the point of having him take up a roster spot to start the season if you were never going to use him anyway? And now Cade Winquist has been nicknamed 007.
I got a big problem with this. I got a big freaking problem with this. First of all, he should be named 007. What?
Do you understand why he's named that?
No.
0 outs recorded, 0 innings recorded, but warmed up 7 times. This fan focus was sponsored by This fan focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
When I heard this story, and I'm surprised because I remember a lot of details of our show, and it was about a couple of days ago. A guy called in, very geeky baseball question, but I love it. And he said, "Hey guys, when Luis Gil is activated, because we knew he was, who's going down?" And I very quickly went through the options. I said, well, Jake Bird's got options. It could be him. A DFA, Paul Blackburn, that's always an option. And I got to Cade Winquist, and I said, they're not going to do that to him. He's a Rule 5 guy. They have to keep him on the roster the entire year. I just doubt they would do that. Like, he's made the team, and then we made jokes about how he hasn't pitched yet. So I didn't take it seriously that they would actually get rid of him.
I didn't either.
And they did. And you say 007, which is a very funny nickname. I didn't understand the context of it. I call him Moonlight Graham. Because let's be serious about this. This is a 25-year-old pitcher who's going to likely go back to the Cardinal organization. They could cut some kind of deal where he stays. And there's a chance, and I hope it doesn't happen, but there is a chance that this man never makes it back to the major leagues. And there is a chance that while he warmed up 7 times, and he can say I was on a major league roster, he will have never gotten into a game. At least Moonlight Graham played the field for half an inning, right? Isn't that the story?
He did. He recorded outs in the outfield. He's in the book.
I poured water all over my leg.
That's not going to count on your fluids.
It's okay.
Do you think Cade Winquist eventually will be a doctor and then climb over rocks and get young again and then go play?
I mean, I hope for his sake. Otherwise, he gets forgotten in the annals of sports history. And it sucks. And like, on a serious level, why not get him into a game?
This is what
you've had. It's been 2 weeks. We saw Paul Blackburn 150 times.
Thank you. You know what Paul Blackburn is? Hey, even yesterday, Paul Blackburn comes in. Why does Paul Blackburn need to make these opportunities? Give the kid a chance. You spent the Rule 5 pick on him. You had him leave Tampa to come up here with you. You could have stuck Luis Gil in the bullpen. You wanted him for long enough, only to never give him an opportunity when there have been opportunities? It doesn't make sense.
Now, Boone's going to be asked about this, and he's going to say, well, our pitching's been so good. Look at yesterday's start. Ryan Weathers goes 8 innings. But you could have found a spot for him. And I got to tell you, it kind of breaks my heart, not only for him, but for his family. Like, I'm sure they've traveled around waiting to see this kid make his major league debut. And he never did. He never got into a game. And again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he ends up in the major leagues, whether it's with the Yankees or back in St. Louis with the Cardinals or somewhere else. But there's a chance we just witnessed Moonlight Graham.
Yeah, he got introduced at Yankee opening day. Got the tip of
That's really cool. And I'm sure that's an awesome moment that he and his family can share. But he never pitched in a major league game.
Yeah.
And the whole thing I felt dirty when I read it. I was surprised, and I felt dirty.
You should feel dirty.
Okay, well, I am. Thank you for
Good for you.
Thank you for allowing me to feel dirty.
Take a loofah.
Thank you. Let's go to Chris in Bayshore. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, hey guys. You guys were talking about no hitters and games missed, and I remember clearly back with Santana. I was an advisor to a group of high school kids, the athletes helping athletes, and the Mets they were part of the group. They sponsored us, and they did a great job. They fed the kids before the game and whatever, but it was a long night. So I remember saying to my AD, who was a huge Met fan, "Hey, I think I think I'm going to pass. Have dinner with my wife, whatever." And he is the world's biggest Met fan. So he took my place, and the rest is history. So it was kind of a weird opportunity. Yeah, it was a weird opportunity.
Do you regret it, Chris?
Well, not really, because I'm not a little bit, to see history, but for him it was great. A huge Met fan, and we laugh about it even now when we talk about it.
Do you remember what you had for dinner with your wife?
Yeah, I went to Mexico. Went to a little Don Ricardo's. Yep.
Okay. You know what? Don Ricardo's probably better than it.
By the way, you mentioned earlier that you did drinks and got drunk with David Wells. We have found we found the official archivist of Evan and Tiki and the Rico Bronya Dan has found your tweet from the night it happened, and there is a picture. There is evidence of Sean Morash, young Sean Morash, and David Wells. There's a selfie. Do you even remember this?
I don't remember that we had a picture together. Wow,
Right.
I'd love to see this resurface. I didn't know this picture existed.
Reposted it. And my favorite part about it is what you wrote.
What did I write?
You wrote, doing shots with David Wells.
No biggie.
No biggie.
I wrote no biggie?
Yeah.
No biggie?
You went with a no
what was
biggie.
it, 11 years ago, 10 years ago?
It was February 6th, 2016.
10 years ago.
So you're spot on about that Super Bowl.
Yep.
That was the Carolina-Denver Super
Yep,
Bowl
the
in
Cam
the Bay
Newton.
Area.
Yep.
And you look incredibly young. Again, I just retweeted the picture for those on social media
I
to
was
see
in my
it.
20s, man.
And David Wells looks miserable. Like he's standing next to you like, what am I doing with my entire night?
Yeah, like think about David Wells' whole life. He spent an entire night drinking with me. For what reason? I was a nobody. I still am.
I can't get over what he said to you before the final shot.
He used to looking up your mother. I'll never forget it. He used to looking up your mother's skirts.
Let's go to Jake in Rhode Island. Hey, Jake.
Hey, guys. I got a hypothetical for you, Sean. I think this is going to
All right, Jake.
kind of go back on your Eagles comment. I mean, I'm not an Eagle fan. I hate the Eagles, so I'm with you. But you got to date the ugliest girl you ever seen, but she's a Giants fan, or you got the hottest girl of all time, and she's an Eagle fan. What are you doing?
Such a sophomoric high school question for Sean,
Jake,
who's been with his wife for as long as he's existed. Go ahead.
My wife will allow me to answer this.
Oh, good. That's
Jake,
nice.
the simple answer is nipples are nipples, pal. I'm not dating an Eagle fan.
That's how you answer that question?
Sydney Sweeney could be, put it this way, Rosie O'Donnell, young Rosie O'Donnell's a Giant fan, Sydney Sweeney's an Eagle fan. Give me Rosie all day long. Let's slap those butt cheeks and watch a Giant game.
Oh, my God. Did you expect him to get that vulgar, Connor? Where the hell did
Well,
that
I'm being
come from?
honest.
Very surprised by that.
I'm being honest. I don't like the Eagles that much that I would give up the hottest girl in the world if she was an Eagle fan.
Okay. That's fine.
Is there any circumstance at all where you would be okay with dating someone who is an Eagle fan if you were single?
No. They're disgusting, vile human beings. And I don't want my daughter following that suit.
See, he's never been tested, and this is not a bad thing what I'm describing. It's just let's learn more about Sean Morash.
Mm-hmm.
Sean has been with his wife, and before that his girlfriend, since you were a child. Is that a
Well,
fair statement?
Yeah, I had a different date at junior prom.
Okay.
Hope you're doing well, Joe.
In your relative adult life, you never dated. You've been with the same woman.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's a fair statement.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
I'm from a different planet. Like, I dated, my wife knows about this. We don't actively talk about it, but we dated a lot of different people.
Yeah.
We didn't meet until we were 30.
I had one
right?
of those, like, we were together, but we weren't in college, and we kind of were, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
How many dates with just different women had you been on in your entire life?
Probably like none.
Okay.
I mean, I also wasn't a looker.
Well, I'm not a looker either, but I literally don't have the count of how many people I've dated.
Well, good for
and
you.
So,
Mr. Louisville Slugger over there.
Nah. See, it's funny. You think of it that way, and maybe it comes out. That's not what I mean, because I
Okay.
was looking for love.
I got
And
you.
I finally met the right person. I wish I met my wife 7 years earlier. It would have made life a hell of a lot easier. But I don't think you're coming from the right perspective.
Okay.
Because when I'm out there on the scene, Connor's on the scene or been on the scene. I'm not sure about your situation right now.
Hey, I work on Yankees baseball. How are you?
I don't want to pry. But when you're on the scene, are you really getting picky about fandoms? I mean, come on, man.
I see what you're saying. It's easy for me. It's easy for me to say this now. Okay.
Of course.
All right.
And like, it's easy.
You might not even know, to be honest.
Yeah. In fact, most of the time, I never found out.
Yeah. I actually prefer dating non-sports fans, to be honest with you.
Exactly. My wife is not a sports fan.
It allows me a break mentally.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was talking to a guy at Little League the other day, and he was a fan of the station, and he was a very nice guy, and he was saying, hey, I feel bad. Am I talking too much sports to you? I know you do it for a living. And I said, no, bro, it's totally fine. My wife doesn't like sports. So when I go home, it's not like I'm breaking down the Mets double switch. And I love it that way.
Yeah.
Like
I do
it's
too.
why me and my wife, I think, are a perfect match.
I agree.
Let's go to Mike in Jersey. Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up?
Well, listen, first of all, I want to say regret you guys aren't on in the afternoon anymore. I can't tell you, Sean, how many times I put the Cinco de Luncho on it at 5 o'clock on my drive home and want to call in and watch it. And I can't because I'm watching it on the app now. But
that's nice.
So I was at the 99 David Cohn game. This is questions for both of you, but really, Evan, I want your opinion.
Yep.
Two sets of friends, best friends from high school. We decided to go to a Yankee game. We picked the game. My other friends moving to Hong Kong, and we have dinner at Forno's at Spain in Newark that night. game starts late because, the Don Larson Yogi opening pitch.
Yep.
There's a rain delay. 5th inning. I'm like, we got to go. And, at that point, my brother-in-law is with me. He's the only swing friend in the group. He's a cop, so he parks a mile away where the cops park for free.
Yeah.
We get to the car. It's the 6th inning. We're like, oh, shit.
Oh, well,
Fifth
first of
inning.
all, hold on a second. You got that one?
Yep, we're good.
We got that. Be very careful. Be very careful.
Sorry about
as you
that.
continue your call, just be careful. Thank you. Go ahead.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
7th inning, cross the George Washington Bridge. When we get to Fornos, all my friends are like, what are you doing here? So what would you have done?
I wouldn't have left.
Yeah, I wouldn't have left either. There's no way the dinner was that important.
Like, honestly, and maybe this is a problem with me, and it's my own priority issues. If I'm at a perfect game, and I'm not just at a perfect game, I'm at a perfect game with my pitcher.
Yeah.
And not just my pitcher, a guy who's already iconic with my franchise.
Yeah.
A guy who's already won a championship with my franchise.
On the day they brought back Yogi Berra.
On the day that Dogie's there and Don Larson's there. And by the way, I've looked it up. The game was a lightning quick game.
Yeah, well.
Okay, it was quick. It was 2 hours and like 25 minutes. You cannot leave that game.
I agree.
There is zero excuse. If you leave a game in which your team majestically comes back in the bottom of the 9th inning, okay, most times that doesn't happen. You didn't see it coming. It's baseball. It's crazy. It was a perfect game.
It's atrocious.
You knew it was happening. There's no dinner.
For a fancy restaurant?
Screw the fancy restaurant.
Yeah. Get your fried peppers elsewhere.
I mean, you can't. I think that would be one of the biggest regrets of my life if I did something like that.
Dave, I wouldn't even tell people that story, as a matter of fact. Now that I think about it, I would never call WFAN with that story.
Well, I appreciate his honesty.
I do, too. Nice guy. Terrible story.
I think
You can't
enough
do that.
time has gone by where he feels comfortable repeating what happened.
Enough time's gone by. The team it happened against doesn't exist anymore.
That is true. I'll never forget watching that perfect game. It was odd. It was a Sunday, and it was interleague play.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees were playing the Expos, and the Mets were in Baltimore, and they were playing like an 8 o'clock game. And I was in Baltimore. I was in the hotel. Me and
Wow,
my dad
Mets
were-
Orioles was Sunday Night Baseball.
It was it was odd. I think it was like the opener of a series. It was very weird.
Okay.
Because of, I guess, coming out of the All-Star break. I should fact check that. No, I'm right. Yeah. They opened the series on a Sunday. Very strange.
Wow.
Yeah. Very weird. And so I was in the hotel watching it, and I remember being very not happy about it.
Why?
Why?
They were beating a team in your division.
No. Okay.
That's very un-Evan-like.
Yeah. Why was that? Why was I unhappy about it?
Because David Combs was a former Met?
Okay. David Cohn was a former Met. I had just witnessed a few years earlier Doc Gooden do it. Like, how many more no-hitter, and now in this case, perfect games, did I have to not only watch happen with a player I loved and was on my team with a different team, but with the freaking New York Yankees?
But it's a division rival of yours
Stop
getting
it. The
embarrassed.
Expos sucked that year. They were like an expansion team.
How Lugauer of you.
That's not Lugauer of me. They weren't playing the Braves, bro.
Oh.
They weren't.
Okay.
If they were playing the Braves, maybe it's a different discussion. They're playing the Expos. You remember the Expos that year? They were an expansion team.
Well, they were Jose Vidro.
There was a debate. Should that game
Second
even
base.
count as a perfect game because the Expos were that bad? That's what the debate was. So don't give me this, I should have rooted for the Yankees because they were playing the Expos. And I love David. We had David on a few days ago. All right? I love the man.
A week ago today.
A week ago today, so I guess it was more than a few days ago.
There's still a lot of ice cream drumsticks.
I have no regrets telling him I did not want him pitching a perfect game that day. And if that makes me vengeful, I'm sorry. What do you want me to tell you?
You're better than that.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
You want Clay Holmes pitching a perfect game tonight?
Wouldn't affect me at all.
He's a liar.
I want the A's after they just took 2 or 3. I can't lose a tiebreaker to them. Get embarrassed.
Stop it. You're such a, you know what? That is you saying, I know this isn't going to happen. So it's a very easy
It could
answer.
happen. Clay Holmes is molded into a nice starter for the Mets. I root for Clay Holmes.
Clay Holmes is 2 outs away from a perfect game. Not a no-hitter. Perfect game.
I root for it.
You're all pumped up about it?
I wouldn't say pumped up for it, but I'm not rooting against it. I root for Clay Holmes.
Do you believe him, Connor? Again, this is the voice of justice today. Whatever he says, go. I will respect your decision. Sean will respect your decision.
Yeah.
Do you believe Sean Morash when he says that if Clay Holmes is pitching a perfect game tonight, as a Yankee fan, he will be gladly good with it and rooting for it?
Yeah, and not only that, I agree with him. If Clay Holmes, he could have a perfect game with 27 strikeouts. Once a Yankee, always a Yankey.
Yeah,
Once
man.
you're part of the Yankee family and those pinstripes, Evan, we always root for you.
Yeah. Where's the negative in him throwing a perfect game for us?
Now, be honest about this. Did you take any joy in Luke Weaver blowing it last night?
The loser, Luke Weaver.
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, there you go.
A smidge.
Only because I love Luke Weaver and I didn't want him to go, so it made me feel like, maybe he just made the right call. Maybe.
I appreciate you guys being honest about that because I know you didn't like. I know you like that. You took some joy in that.
I did. I laughed.
I wouldn't even check social media.
Plus,
God knows what Keith McPherson tweeted about that last night.
You know what's funny? You know where I'm real sick? It wasn't even about Luke Weaver. It was just the idea of, you know what? If Cam Schlittler's not going to pitch great this week, I can't have Nolan McLean win the game like that.
Interesting. Let's get an update on the status of Cam Schlittler versus Nolan McLean, the newest rivalry in New York sports. Plus, we'll get back to your calls at 888-808-1019 is the toll-free number. Fanatic Sportsbook is turning up the heat and have introduced a new way to parlay. It's called Squad Bets, and it's available across the NBA, MLB, and NHL. So here's how it works. It's pretty cool. Tap into the Fanatic Sportsbook app, build your squad from the sport you want, pick your market, points, rebounds, assists, strikeouts, goals, and finally set your target. So if you like hoops, you can pick 4 players to combine to get 100 points, and then sit back like a GM and watch your squad go to work with live tracking every step of the way. And here's the difference. If one player doesn't perform, the rest of your squad can certainly pick up the slack. So your bet stays alive all the way to the very end. Track it live, cash out whenever you want. Squad Bets only on Fanatic Sportsbook. Parlays hit different here. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever. During the spring refresh sale, save up to 30% on your window and door project. Plus, take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Windorama. It's simple. Book your free in-home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free in-home consultation today.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
North Carolina basketball introduced former Nuggets head coach Michael Malone as its next head coach and signed Malone to a 6-year, $50 million contract. And that financial commitment to Malone shows me that North Carolina is going to spend and spend big on its roster. And if that's the case, if Carolina spends the way that Duke spends, I think Carolina can and will win big with Michael Malone. I'm Nick Costos.
Hey, Metro New York. Ready for real savings? Switch to Allstate today. Because drivers who switched saved an average of $713 on their auto insurance. So, what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for an auto insurance quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
I need a little range, step to the range, come on, meet me at the range.
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Knicks fans, it's time to hit the court with BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. Download the BetMGM app today and add a boost of excitement to every New York game day with same-game parlays, live betting options, player props, boosted odds specials, and the best daily promotions in the business. With the BetMGM app at your fingertips, you can experience the excitement of betting on your favorite players and get in on all the blue and orange action as your New York Knicks drive the lane. Find out why basketball fans love BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of the New York Knicks. BetMGM, make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older to wager and physically present in New York and New Jersey only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Gambling problem? In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In New Jersey, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Just
hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
Sunshine, high 65.
Weather brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store and online. Staples. That was easy.
Boomer and Geo is presented by FanDuel, and you know how much we love golf. Well, FanDuel has your back with a special Mulligan Bet Back token this week in golf. Once the tournament starts, you could turn any losing bet into a bonus bet for another try. Now you've got protection to take that sleeper pick or make a bold prediction. Backing someone to win it all? Go for it. Like someone for a top 5 finish? Lock it in with confidence, because if it doesn't hit, you've got that mulligan in your back pocket ready to go. Just visit FanDuel.com/New York to claim your special Mulligan Bet Back token. We just love the app around here. It's safe and secure. When you win, you get paid instantly. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of WFAN. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Refund issues non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $5 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch.
For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
A multi-billion-dollar settlement is paying claims for up to 21 years. If you were exposed to weed killers at work or at home, your rights are affected. If you or your family has or had non-Hodgkin lymphoma, you could receive $6,000 to $165,000 or more. This settlement impacts you even if you're not sick, because this blood cancer can take 10 to 15 years to appear. If you stay in the settlement, you give up your right to sue. Learn more at weedkillerclass.com or call 888-403-8201. Paid for by the Roundup Settlement.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
At Nielsen, fun is in the driver's seat.
Get in on the savings fund now at Nielsen Dodge during our Lease Pull Ahead event.
Get out of your current lease early and get into a new vehicle.
Don't wait for your lease to end. Upgrade now. We have hundreds of new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams to choose from.
There's 0% financing available, 0 security deposit for qualified buyers with 0 down payment available.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-door Sport S 4x4, just $259 a month.
Or choose from hundreds of quality certified pre-owned vehicles.
End your lease early and upgrade today.
So get out of the old and into the new.
On Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at NielsenDodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deals sales event. With approval term 24 months, due at sign 8104, at tax tag 498, doc fee, and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
The Travelers Championship. This is the place to see the world's best, like Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, and Keegan Bradley. June 24th through the 28th. Tickets at TravelersChampionship.com.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Yo! Little afternoon here on the Fan, Evan and Tiki. Tiki out today. He'll be back Monday. I say this to Sean a lot. I say this about myself, too. We're always very careful to say, I'm not sure if anyone else has said this. And then you make your point.
Yes.
Like yesterday, Sean made this big point, this big conspiracy theory that Bill Belichick could be the eyes behind the pictures leaking of Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini.
Just makes too much sense.
And I thought it was brilliant. And Sean was very careful. He's like, I don't know if anyone else has said this. I'm not ripping anybody off, but I'm thinking this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, I'm not mad at my guy. I'm not mad. I'm just expressing that it was talked about elsewhere. And, of course, I'm talking about our dear friend Craig Carton, who yesterday uttered that phrase, no one else is talking about. Now, unfortunately for him and everyone else, we got eyes and ears everywhere. So we like to fact check things.
So instead of the inverse of I'm not sure if anybody else has said this, the inverse
no one else is talking about
this. Saying this. Okay.
So Craig was making a point about the Knicks, and clearly he gets all those Knicks points from the IBO known as me. Here's what he said that no one was talking about.
So, again, no one else is talking about it. Oh. And we have the Celtics tonight, and then 2 other games left this year, then the playoffs are going to start. Mm-hmm. But you could make a valid argument that the 4 seed is better for the Knicks than the 3 seed. So just keep that in the back of your mind.
Yeah, because no one else is talking about it.
That's odd that he would say nobody else.
Except for me on March 30th and February 15th and February 1st and December 12th. I'm exaggerating.
I was going to say.
I got to go back to December.
But I was going to say, I feel like I've lost count on how many times this has come up on the show from you.
Yeah, it's a big Evan point. So, of course, I need to show my work. I can't just say that I said it. Here's me saying it 3 weeks ago. I want the Pistons in the second round. Mm-hmm. I've always wanted the Pistons in the second round. This is still a young team with a lot to prove. If you're playing them in the conference finals, they've proven plenty. They would have beaten Cleveland to get there. So, again, I know it's a loser mentality to say this, but I think the Knicks are better off dropping a 4.
Nobody else is talking about it, Ev.
Now, by the way, I know Craig so well. I know if he heard this, how he'd respond. He'd be like, no one listens to you, Evan. Which, by the way, fine. But that's the beauty of having eyes and ears everywhere. Just want to fact check it. I don't think he stole it on purpose. I think, honestly, I'll give him a compliment. He thinks like me.
You did work together.
No, he's actually a basketball fan. Yeah. And he's, by the way, the point makes sense. Like, that's all it is. Now, the good news is, because I understand the loser mentality and not wanting to do it and not wanting to lose. You never want to lose. It is pretty much over now. The Knicks are going to be the 3 seed. If they beat the Toronto Raptors, they can actually kind of control who they face based on the fact they are playing the Raptors, because their opponent's either going to be Toronto or Atlanta. And quite frankly, if you ask me, it's Tweedledee or Tweedledum. I think the Knicks would beat either team.
Yeah.
I think they're better matched up against Toronto, but I am certainly not concerned about Atlanta.
I just think it's a longer series with Atlanta. I think Atlanta's got more 6-game series in them than Toronto. I think they can make quick work of Toronto.
The Toronto Raptors, to your point about the Knicks doing quick work, I mentioned much earlier in the show. You could rewind on the Odyssey app, or I'll summarize it real quick. This season, when the Knicks face other top 6 seeds in the East, they're 11-6. Last year, they were 6-12, so clearly a huge difference between their performance. And then if you look at their record against just winning teams or the other top 3 seeds in the East, the Knicks are good, and they're better than they were last year. The Raptors, it's extreme. Like, they are bullies. Mm-hmm. And then obviously the Knicks have beaten them 4 times, which I don't put a lot of stock in, so I even hate saying it. They're just a better team.
They are. This kind of feels like an out of nowhere, the East was year for the Raptors. They're not ready for a series like this with a battle-tested Knicks team.
I agree with you. So besides me and Craig thinking alike in terms of them being better off losing, what if I told you someone asked Karl Anthony Towns that question? Okay. And it led to, in my opinion, one of the most awkward exchanges between a player and a reporter. And I don't know who this reporter was, But it was very odd that he interrupted Cat to tell Cat that he was spitting at him. I'm not joking. This actually happened. So this is from after last night's game when Karl Anthony Towns is asked about the standings. Take a listen to the whole thing.
Do you pay attention to the standings like was tonight?
No.
A big win?
No, I really don't. I've said it before, Trevor. I feel like y'all asked me the other day, but that's fool's gold. Trying to pick and choose your spot in the standings and who you play and stuff. That's fool's gold because it's going to be.
Almost got me in my eye.
What?
Like almost spit in my eye.
Oh, my bad, bro. That's what you deserve after saying we had to lose to win.
That was just so awkward.
Yeah.
You could hear that when Cat said pick, there was spit coming out of his mouth, no doubt about it, and it happens. He's answering questions. But that reporter called him out. He's like, hey, Cat, you almost spit in my eye.
Yeah,
my bad, bro.
Not the best week to call out people spitting at Madison Square Garden at people.
Oh, because of Dancing Larry?
Yeah.
I don't think that anybody thought about that.
I did immediately.
That's what you thought about?
I'm like, geez, what is going on with everybody's saliva over there?
Yeah, here's my thing for the reporter. It happens. I'm talking to Sean right now. We're doing a show. It's possible that if I use a P word, spit's going to come out of my mouth. I don't know if hey, stop, Evan. You almost spit in my mouth. And it's okay, we were talking. And if I'm Cat, I would actually be pissed. I'm like, dude, you asked me a question.
Right. You're in my face. I'm talking passionately.
I just played 40 minutes of basketball, and I'm sitting here answering dumbass questions that are brought up on sports talk radio. And you're asking me, do I look at and now you're calling me out for spitting in your face? I didn't mean to spit in your face.
That is weird.
That's weird.
You just got to let it go. You got to let it go. You got spit on. Grow up.
Stop the interview. He's not. You almost got that in my eye, Cat.
Almost spit in my eye.
Oh, my bad, bro.
You make Cat feel bad, too. How else is he supposed to respond to that?
I think Cat is such a nice guy that he had to give him my bad. He shouldn't have given him my bad.
No, he would have been like, okay, I'll spit again.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Real quick, before we get to your calls, I have a chart in front of me that I am keeping track of. It's called the Nolan McClain Cam Schlittler chart.
All right.
Because there is this rivalry growing in New York sports where we're comparing each other. Me and Big Mac actually made a bet in our preseason Mets versus Yankee bets that we created where it's Cam Schlittler versus Nolan McClain.
Suck it!
Okay. So here's your update. Innings pitched, 16 2/3, 16 2/3.
Perfect.
Hits given up, 8 and 8.
Perfect.
How about that? Runs given up, 3 for Schlittler, 5 earned for Nolan McClain. And keep this in mind, if I'm not mistaken, 4 of the 5 runs Nolan McClain gave up were inherited and then allowed to score by the bullpen.
Yes.
So Cam does have an advantage, 1.62 to 2.70, but that's obviously slight when you think about the numbers and how close they are. Strikeouts to walks, 20-6 for McClain, 22-0 for Schlittler.
Yeah.
Which is just absurd.
That's where Schlittler's been more dominant by far.
Yeah, no doubt. He's got the early edge. And here's the ultimate edge. Team record when they start. Schlittler and the Yankees are 3-0. Mets are 1-2 under Nolan McClain.
Perfect again. And Nolan McClain also the only 2 Team USA losses. They probably have a gold with Cam Schlittler.
We don't care about Team USA. I mean, come on. Nobody cares about that anymore. Okay, we're not bringing up Judge. We're not bringing up anything about the WBC.
Okay, then I'm fine with doing that.
So stop. But we don't need that.
Can I also let's just reiterate, because we're going to do this whole year?
Yeah.
It is okay that the Yankees and Mets both simultaneously have awesome young aces. We're allowed to both have something at the same time, guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But many generations ago, Dodger and Giant fans argued about Duke and Willie and Mickey. Yeah. And they made a song about it called Mickey, Willie, and the Duke.
Yeah.
Duke.
I don't think Sabrina Carpenter's doing one for McClain. And
you don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
And then even before that, or not before that, but years after that, we argued about Keith Hernandez versus Dom Mattingly. Yeah. And then the biggest one, I think the most heated one, was obviously Jeter versus Ray Ordonez.
You laugh. It was heated.
No, I know. If you ask Sal Licata today, he'll tell you Rayo was better.
Yeah. My dad got into a fight with a guy at a barbecue over it. Never
over
forget it.
Ordonez versus
Jeter? I'll never forget it. I'm like, why do you care so much, Dad? He's like, these Met fans, they don't stop.
Now, we were relentless. And then once Rayo, called out his own fans and eventually got traded from Marbles to the Tampa Bay Rays, it became Jose Reyes versus Derek Jeter.
Yeah, and who could forget, of course, Michael Conforto versus Aaron Judge.
Was that a thing?
Oh, yeah, it was a thing.
I remember comparing the stats of Bryce Harper and Kirk Neuenhuis.
Oh, my God.
I did do that. Oh, I did do that. We all do that as fans. Dude, why don't you laugh at yourself for what you did? Come on, bro. You know what it is. With me, it's how you and I got along early on.
I still think it wasn't as outrageous.
I'm not
on.
saying it was as outrageous, but it was outrageous. So why don't you tell the audience the debate Sean would have with me? Go ahead.
Luis Severino was better than Jacob deGrom.
See?
I was wrong. At the time, I think I was right.
You were never, ever right.
I was right.
I would agree that it was close. And by the way, the reason that argument started is because the Mets, and I don't think it was ever a real rumor, but here at the radio station, the big conversation was, should the Mets trade Jacob deGrom? And should they trade him to the New York Yankees? Because the Yankees had all these good young players that they could offer. And I'll tell you exactly who the good young players were. Gleyber Torres, who you said is not available, Miguel Andujar. Those are the two huge names.
In hindsight, I would have made the deal.
Yeah, you think? So it was a debate. And obviously, I mean, you could guess my opinion. I was dead set against it. Jake's got to stay here, the whole thing. And Sean comes up to me and says, if the Yankees got deGrom, he's a good number 2. And I was like, excuse me? He's like, yeah. He's right after Severino. Severino's our ace. And it just set me off. And I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I didn't know Sean well enough. And we just went at it. We constantly went at it over deGrom versus Severino.
Now, let me ask you something. You write that down in your little iPad there, or you just store that one in your brain?
Which one?
The argument that we had.
Oh, no, that one I'll never forget. I don't need to write that down.
So you were that offended that that's something you didn't have to write down?
Yeah, but that's not the biggest offense.
Is that what you think of me? When you see me, do you immediately think Severino and deGrom?
No, but it pops into my head. I have one with Anthony Gallo, who you hear on the afternoon show.
Yeah.
Do you know what my thing with Anthony Gallo was?
What?
It was similar. He's a Met fan, and he once told me he trusted John Maine in a big spot more than Jacob deGrom.
Wow.
It was the one time, and Gallo will tell you, I raised my voice, and he was like, not scared I was going to do anything, but he was like, whoa, I think I just broke Evan Roberts. Like, he's losing his mind in the newsroom. And that was it. That was worse, by the way, what he said.
That is worse, because Maine was never in the same. At least Severino made all-star teams there.
I get it. Like, there was a moment where Sevy was an ace.
Yes.
Of course. It's just not close now. But my point is, my long-winded point before we get to your calls is that it's okay for us to debate Cam Schlittler versus Nolan McLean for the rest of their careers.
That's it.
Like, they both can be great, and we both can still have fun parsing the numbers and making excuses and breaking it down. And what I ask Aaron Boone, and what I certainly ask Carlos Mendoza, is can you match these two guys up together?
I should stick you in a locker, geek.
That'd be fun.
We got 6 chances for it. We need inject into our veins the pitching matchup that will feed families. Cam Schlittler versus Nolan McLean.
Preferably Saturday night, May 16th.
That's your preference?
Because I'm going to the game.
Oh, okay. Of course.
What do you mean,
selfishness?
Selfishness. You're going to all 6, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
I'm going to one of the 6, maybe.
I'm not going to all 6, because there's one I'm definitely not going to.
Football Sunday, week 1.
Yeah. How about Mets-Yankees on a football Sunday?
Can we play that game at 10 a.m.?
By the way, if they give us Schlittler-McLean on that day, I won't be happy.
That's a rough one.
That's the one day where we need to ixnay on the pitching matchup A. This is a great question for Sean. Let's go to Jim in Englishtown. What's up, Jim?
Home of the Muffins.
Hi, I'm just curious as to how Sean would feel if his daughter grew up, married her first love, had a great relationship. He went to college, became a football player, wound up getting drafted by the Giants. And then right as he's about to have his big contract, they trade him to the Eagles. How would Sean feel about that?
Well, Jim, I'm going to maintain that I think Eagle fans are scummy. I don't blame the players. And at that point, I could retire because my daughter married a football player that was earning a big contract, so I would be all in support of it. I would just never root for him.
Yeah, I think that one's easy.
Yeah.
You want him to be healthy and be successful, and you're always going to root for your team.
And
I think Boomer's a great example of that. Like, his son-in-law is Matt Martin, who is like an Islander.
Mr. Islander,
Yeah. And I think he's been very honest that he's not rooting for anything bad for him, but he's rooting for the Rangers.
Plus, that means my daughter's rich. She's going to pay somebody to wipe my tuchus when I can't do it anymore.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
It's a great way to look at it.
Great.
Michael in Bucks County. Good afternoon, Michael.
First of all, guys, I'm married into an Eagles family, so I've been going to Giant Stadium since I could, I was wearing diapers, and it's not fun, Sean. So
I can imagine. Michael, thank you.
But my point is, May 17th, 1998, my dad took me to my first Yankees game, which ended up being David Wells' perfect game.
Wow.
So my question for you guys is, I put it into AI. I've got a 4-year-old son who I'm looking to take to a Yankees game this year. AI told me June 17th, if Schlittler is still pitching on the 5-day rotation, that's my best bet. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I love it.
I want to keep the tradition alive. So.
Well, Michael, also, I just need to ask you, do you still have the Beanie Baby?
I do. I have the Beanie Baby and the ticket. My brothers all went, so we got like 5 of them.
Good. Never throw them out like that other guy's wife.
Look, first of all, I've learned this the hard way. Mapping out a rotation 2 months in advance, not going to work out for you. Now, I do it. I still do it like 2 weeks in advance. That's why I tweeted yesterday we're online for McLean versus Ohtani next week. But if you literally Evan Roberts this thing by mapping out the Yankee rotation to figure out that Cam Schlittler is starting on June 17th, boy, do I have some bad news for you.
Because it ain't going to happen.
It's very unlikely going to happen. He just inserted Luis Gil. Yeah. Who knows if there's going to be we're going to skip a guy in the rotation.
Well, they have too many variables, too, with the Yankee rotation. With Cole and Rodon and rainouts.
Yeah. I think hunting a perfect game or a no-hitter is nearly impossible. It's just, you could find the biggest mismatch in the world, and it's just, you're barking up the wrong tree trying to hunt for a no-hitter or a perfect game.
I would also say this. Just wait till the week of and get tickets at this point. It's not a football game.
No. I agree with that. But his point is, his first game, which is insane, was David Wells' perfect game.
He's trying to replicate it.
You're not going to. There's only been 23 in the history of the sport. It's just...
But you got to try your best.
You're going to try your best. How do you try your best?
What he's doing. He thinks Cam Schlittler could be the guy. And based on, economics of pitches and all that, I think he's right.
That he's going to be the guy?
Well... Not that he definitely will, but if you were asking yourself, anybody in the Yankee rotation, then when you think about the way they could pitch into games and not over pitch with the pitch counts, Schlittler would be the guy.
No, I get you. I understand that.
It doesn't mean it's going to happen.
The safe route is you want to take your kid's first game to be a Schlittler game.
Yeah.
Because even if he doesn't pitch a no-hitter, what if he strikes out 17 guys?
Right.
And he gives you this game that you can never forget, Let's go to Carl in Staten Island. Hey, Carl.
Hey, how you doing, my man?
What's up, man? Carl?
Hey, that's right. I'm a lifelong Met fan.
Yes. Unfortunately, we really can't hear you, so we got to let you go. If you're able to get back in, we'll put you at the top of the line, but unfortunately couldn't hear you. Let's go to Alex in Totowa, New Jersey. What's up, Alex?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Good. What's on your mind?
I wanted to ask you what your opinion is on my take about how to operate in extra inning games when you're the home team, a Mets fan.
Yes.
So obviously I felt stronger about this when we had Diaz being a strikeout closer, but Devin Williams is doing pretty good. I feel like if you're the home team going into the top of the ninth, you should put in your quote unquote setup man. And then because if you get to the 10th, if you're able to get out of the 10th without scoring runs, you're in the position where you basically just got to get the guy to third and hit a sac fly.
Yes.
So I just, I understand you don't want to lose in the ninth with your closer on the bench, but I just feel like strategy-wise, when you're the home team always puts their closer in the ninth.
Yes.
Right? But it's I don't know. I think they should operate differently.
So when Diaz was here, I thought about it differently. No disrespect to Devin Williams. He's done nothing wrong so far, but I don't view him yet, maybe soon, as Edwin Diaz. I used to look at who is coming up in the 9th or 10th inning. I hate to get even more into the weeds, but I want to answer your question honestly. Like if the top of the order is coming up in the 9th inning, screw it, I'm going to my closer. I'm not messing around. I can't get cute expecting there to be a 10th inning. I just can't.
Yeah, I agree.
If it's the bottom of the order and I think I can steal a few outs with a lesser pitcher and then keep my closer for the tougher situation with the Manfred man on second base, then I would do it that way. That's how I view it.
Yeah.
So every game is different.
Yeah, it depends who's coming up. I'm with you. It all depends on strategy. But how about this? How about have more than one guy besides your closer that can strike a bunch of people out?
No, I get you. Look,
you play enough extra inning games in the regular season anyway.
I cut this audio. I don't have to play this. I did this on the Rico. I thought it was a geekier thing, but it's in relation to this. If you want to hear it, you let me know. Steve Gelbs did a report during the Met game the other day that the Mets are actively working and practicing bunting. And it's not something that he's seen in a while.
Okay.
And I thought that was fascinating.
Fundies.
And then fundies. And I thought of a few reasons for that. Like, why is that happening now? And one of them is extra innings. Like,
get the guy over to third, get a sac fly, let's try to win again.
Road or home, there are plenty of scenarios where bunting makes sense. And I'm not even the biggest bunter in the world.
Yeah.
But it's a lost art because way too many times when someone calls the fan or I'm talking about on the Rico of why I got in bunt, the answer is, well, he never bunts.
Right.
Like, I know there was a sequence earlier this year with Luis Robert Jr. where I thought it made sense to bunt. And I'm like, the guy's done it twice in his career.
Right, he doesn't bunt.
So I love the fact that the Mets are working on it. I think the other reason is if you're not going to hit as many home runs, you may have to get a little bit more creative.
Yes, yeah, manufacture some runs. And as we all know, the guy who should be leading that drill, Juan Soto, great bunter.
Stop. Don't you're picking a fight with me.
I'm not picking a fight.
I
We're having
hate
a nice
Juan
day.
Soto bunting, and now I have to engage in a Juan Soto bunting argument because I don't want to. It has nothing to do with Juan Soto.
But I'm not being a hater. You know I wanted him to bunt as a Yankee.
I know, and I don't. But I don't want to talk about this. You want me to talk about this?
No.
You're an idiot. He's too good of a hitter. When he's up there, see, you wrote me in. When he's up there, swing, double up the alley. And if they walk you, great, you're on first base anyway.
Why are your nipples so hard?
I'm excited.
They weren't hard half an hour ago.
I don't know. Why are you...
It's not even that cold.
Why are you looking at me that way?
Because I was trying to talk to you, and then all of a sudden they started poking through your shirt. Are you aroused? Did talking about bunting get your nipples all firmed up? You're a magic man. It's not cold.
It is cold.
It's not cold in here.
It's cold.
No, it's not. Your nipples are hard.
First of all, you're staring at them.
Because I can't. They're like blinking at me.
Eyes up here, buddy.
It's like looking at two headlights. Are you flashing your brights at me?
Is it really that bad? We're on
Connor,
YouTube. Is it that
Connor,
bad?
can you see his nipples from there?
Maybe just a teeny bit. It's not too bad, but a little bit. I could see it.
Do you think it was the bunting?
Such a kinky sex activity.
Do you think it was the bunting that got me excited?
I
we're
think
talking about Juan Soto.
I think both. I think you found a place in the midday to have a real conversation about fundamentals in bunting, and your nipples went from so soft and inverted to completely poking through your shirt.
So you think it's bunting related?
Yeah. It's like somebody was licking them.
It was just the thought of Soto bunting. It was too much.
It got to me. It got me very excited. We'll get back to your calls in a few minutes. Sean will feed us with a Cinco de Luncho. The toll-free number is 888-808-1019. That is the toll-free number as we hang out with you on this fine afternoon. Plus, the New York Yankees are about to travel to the biggest dump in the history of baseball. We'll rank our least favorite stadiums of all time real quick as well. Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is expanding across Long Island, New York City, and New Jersey with new locations opening in Comac, Babylon, and West Orange. Expert care is closer than ever. Their top-rated doctors treat everything from everyday injuries to complex orthopedic conditions. Wherever you are on your journey, they're there to help you move forward. They are the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthosports.com, TotalOrthosportsMed.com to schedule your appointment today or call 855-321-ORTHO.
We are 13 days away from the NFL draft, all right? Game-changing round one. The Jets have 2 picks. The Giants are picking at 5. Could they trade back? We are having a party here on the rooftop of WFAN. Myself, I'm going to put myself first, with Evan and Tiki, with Gio, Boomer, Jerry, with Carton and Big Mac. Heck, it might be the closest thing to a Boomer and Carton reunion we get. We're all together with cameras rocking us. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to watch the draft. Maybe you get a Knicks playoff game. You got the Yankees, Red Sox. Pull up the laptop. Pull up a second TV on YouTube. Go to the WFAN YouTube page. Instagram, X, Facebook. Just throw us up. Watch us. Watch with you. If you watch it by yourself, it's like we're all friends. We're all going to hang out. Boomer, Gio, Jerry, me, Evan, Tiki, Cart McMonagle. It's all made possible by FanDuel. And, of course, your home for New York football, WFAN.
Friday Night Baseball is on WFAN.
Hey now, there it goes!
The Yankees play the Rays, 7:10 this evening. Susan Waldman and Dave Sims call all the play-by-play. The home of Yankees baseball is The Fan, 101.9 FM, 660 AM, and always live and available en Espanol with Ricky Ricardo on the free Odyssey app.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
With Bet365 Early Payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey.
The New York Auto Show, an experience you won't get anywhere else. 4 floors, hundreds of vehicles. See them, feel them, ride in them. Simulators, custom-built vehicles, family fun. Daily through this Sunday at the Javits Center. AutoShowNY.com.
Town Fair Tire, the area's largest independent name brand tire dealer, sells any Continental tire you choose at the guaranteed lowest price. And Town Fair gives you the most free services for life on your Continental tires. So if you're searching for the best price and the most free services for life on Continental tires, get a Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. And I mean nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. FanDuel puts player research right at your fingertips so you can check stats, trends, and matchups all in one place and make your picks with confidence. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high, and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
Penalty kick.
out of the park.
From way downtown for a
Beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
Go Teams!
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
When your money gets tight, you have to make some tough choices. Do you pay the mortgage, pay the credit cards, or pay the IRS? For lots of people, taxes get pushed aside until the letters start, then the threats, then the action, bank levies, wage garnishments. You can stop worrying. The IRS is offering new opportunities to help you resolve your back taxes, and Guardian Tax knows how it all works. If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, you may qualify to reduce your total tax debt by a very significant amount, even if you're years behind on filing. But timing matters, and so does who you trust. Guardian Tax knows the system and how to work it in your favor. They step in, deal with the IRS directly, and fight to protect what you've worked so hard to earn. In today's economy, you can't afford to lose more. Call Guardian Tax now for a free confidential consultation. 800-404-4307. 800-404-4307. Don't wait for the IRS to make the next move. Make yours first. Call now. 800-404-4307.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Hi, I'm Kamiko, the founder of Miko's Hot Chicken. When we started our family restaurant, we were also raising a family. But let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Our Chase Ink card was there to reward us on all of our business needs. Now we have a thriving location, and we're hungry for more.
With the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card, you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for business. Make more with yours. Real business owners compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
As a contractor, I don't pay for materials I don't use. So why would I pay for stuff I don't need in my mobile plan? That's why my biz plan from Verizon Business is so perfect. Now I can choose exactly what I want, and I only pay for what I need.
Right now, with My Biz Plan, get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Visit VerizonBusiness.com to get started today. New lines only. Price per month with 5+ lines. Includes autopay and paper-free billing and promotional discounts. Taxes, fees, economic adjustment charge, applicable add-ons, prices, and terms apply. Guarantee applies to base monthly rate and stated discounts only. Add-on prices additional. Offers end June 30th, 2026.
The Travelers Championship. This is the place to see the world's best, like Scotty Scheffler, Tommy Fleetwood, and Keegan Bradley. June 24th through the 28th. Tickets at TravelersChampionship.com.
No matter the season, New York sports never stop. Yankees, Mets, Giants, Jets. If it's happening, we're talking about it. The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always streaming on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
After the 49ers Rams in years to come. Whoop-de-doo, good for the Kangaroos. The Jaguars are also making Travis Hunter a full-time cornerback. Ian Rappaport reported this news yesterday. Hunter's rookie season was cut short and never felt fluid, trying to play both ways. It's not exactly surprising to anyone outside of Jacksonville that this would be the outcome. So the Jaguars, just to reiterate, traded all the way up to number 2 last year to inevitably take the second-best corner in the draft itself. What a great organization.
No, it's a dumbass trade. And I think that the only way that was ever going to work is for him to have broken the odds and have actually been a really successful two-way player, which was likely not going to happen.
Right, and he's a better wide receiver than corner, which makes it interesting, but they're just so loaded at wide receiver. It's a mess.
No, I get you. Yankees are in Tampa. It's odd. They have a very brief road trip where they return to Tropicana Field. Remember, Tropicana Field was not played in last year due to one of the hurricanes, so they played at George M. Steinbrenner Field. They fixed the roof. The Yankees are going back. I have been to Tropicana Field. And is it still called Tropicana Field?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good.
Just the big juice box.
The big juice box. It is the worst stadium I have ever walked into. And it got me thinking like the worst stadiums I've ever been to. Yeah. And it is like RFK is up there, but I'll defend RFK with this. It was old, it was done, and you knew it was temporary. Tropicana, I guess they're replacing it. I don't even know if that's official yet.
Permanent home.
They're working on that. But I went to Tropicana for a Mets race series, and I felt like I was in a mall. And then when I was at the concession stand, I thought I was in a basement. Just a very dreary, dark, disgusting place. Worst baseball stadium. Well, hold on. I take that back. Second worst stadium I've ever been to.
In baseball or sports?
Second worst baseball stadium I've ever been to.
Is this other one current?
This other one is not current, but it still exists.
Ooh. The Astrodome.
The Oakland Alameda Coliseum.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I've never been.
And honestly, I would have said the Trop is worse. But what puts the Oakland Coliseum ahead are the troughs. Like, you cannot make human beings, adult human beings, go to the baño in a trough.
Wasn't Wrigley like that?
Not my experience.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that's changed or maybe I was in the fancier bathroom. I don't know, but my experience at Wrigley was fine. Did not have an issue.
Mine was, and I've been to the Trop, the vet was the worst.
The vet was bad.
The vet was awful. I was at the game when the cadets fell. I think a couple of
really?
people died. I was there. It was the first time I was ever. Imagine walking into a stadium and the first time you're there, people die because the stadium's so bad.
Yeah, that's depressing.
I know it's depressing, but it had to be said.
That's the worst? Were
The
you there
vet.
for football and baseball or just football or just baseball?
I've never been baseball. Football, yes.
Only football?
And only Army Navy twice.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've only been there for the Phillies. Phillies Mets.
A dump equally as big
I
a
mean,
dump.
look, a dump's a dump. A dump's a dump's a dump's a dump's a dump. But
I agree.
honestly, I think because of it being outdoors, at least if it's nice out, it's like, oh, okay, it's
I'm
sunny.
outside, right.
When you're in Tropicana Field, you're trapped.
Well, and you're also walking in from it being beautiful. Like, the area around the Trop, I actually like that St. Peter's. A lot of nice like bars, restaurants.
Believe it or not, I remember nothing about it.
Yeah,
I wish I did.
It would stun you. It's not a bad pregame area over
Right.
there. Like, you have to walk like 2 blocks off the side, but then you walk in, you're like, I'm not even in the same city. It's disgusting.
Nah, it's bad. So the Yankees are there this weekend opening up a 3-game series. Sean, feed us, please.
Oh, that's right.
Sean Moraes in the booth. Somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling. No! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go. Cinco de Luncho is brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything everywhere. Evan, this weekend presents a big time-honored tradition for many in our audience, so I'm here to give you what I think are truly the 5 best Sundays that people talk about.
Oh, the masters of this Sunday.
Let's get into it. Here we go.
Here we go. Number 5.
Selection Sunday. Now, I used to love Selection Sunday, and it's a million teams making it now.
Yeah.
The rollout. I don't get the hype for Selection Sunday, but it's got to be included. It's number 5 in my list.
Selection Sunday is still fun.
It's fine.
I have my tradition where I sit down, I watch the show, and I actually type out the bracket as they're explaining it to us, which feels like a waste of time because then you could just print a bracket as soon as it's over. But it's like an Evan tradition. So I really enjoy that on Selection Sunday.
Kind of overrated, but all right, here we go.
Number 4.
Masters Sunday. Look, it's fine. If you love golf, you love golf.
It's fine.
And I've appreciated it more. Like, I used to never really, I find golf on TV boring anyway. But now that I started to play a bit the last couple of years, I appreciate it. The last couple of years I put on Masters Sunday. But again, like people, Sunday at the Masters. Let's get serious.
I appreciate that people have a great passion for it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
listened to Gio and Jerry this morning. They love it. And I respect that. Joe B loved it once he got into golf. And like, I'll never put that down. Like, I'm into some things that they would probably think are boring. Professional wrestling, WrestleMania. I can't wait. But for me, I've just never been able to get into it unless you wake me up at 3 in the afternoon and say, all right, so Phil Mickelson is here and Tiger Woods is here.
Yeah, the end of it.
Yeah.
But people clear their whole day out on Sunday. I don't get it, man. It's nice out now. All right, here we go.
Number 3.
Championship Sunday. I love Championship Sunday, those back-to-back games. Sometimes you get stinkers, sometimes you've been great ones, but that's a clear your calendar out. You're watching both championship
Feels
games.
like the last real football Sunday of the year.
I disagree with that, but carry on.
Number 2.
The Ice Cream Sunday. The Ice Cream Sunday is better than Championship Sunday, Master Sunday, Selection Sunday.
I just honestly didn't see it coming. I should have saw it coming.
Am I wrong?
What, did the Ice Cream Sunday?
Is the Ice Cream Sunday better than Masters Sunday?
Yes, very much so.
He's fat.
I know.
He's
fat.
I saw a belly.
And last but not
He's
least,
fat.
Number 1.
Number 1 is Super Bowl Sunday. Now, I know what you just said, and I know it's only one game, but I like the hoopla and the hype and the build-up and everything that goes into it. I like that the NBA throws us like a nationally televised game at 1 o'clock. I like that you get kind of that waste management open, and I like just kind of the anticipation waiting. I love Super Bowl Sunday. It's my favorite Sunday of the year.
I respect everything you said. I guess I question. I raise my hand and say, hey, Mr. Moore.
Yeah.
WrestleMania Sunday?
I had to disqualify it.
Why? Because they have Saturday and Sunday?
They've done too much now.
What do you mean? It's once a year, dude. It's the same as all the other things.
Evan, I grew up WrestleMania Sunday was special. You can make the argument Saturday sometimes is more special than Sunday in recent
Name me the WrestleMania Saturday that was more special than Sunday.
I don't
I'll
know.
wait and listen.
I don't know.
No, name me one.
I have no idea.
I just want one example.
I have no idea. I just see that
Was
people hype up.
Was it last year?
You
Was it
tell
the trip?
me, Evan.
No, I'll give you the answer.
All right.
Never.
Never. Okay.
Like, the only one that came close, I'll give you this, but it was a story arc, was Rock and Roman teaming up. The Rock's return to the ring against Cody and Seth on WrestleMania Saturday. It was badass. Seeing The Rock in a wrestling ring, first time in a long time, it was great. But it was all leading up to the culmination of WrestleMania Sunday, Cody finishing his story with all the different appearances that took place.
They ruined it by making it Saturday Sunday.
I disagree. They have not ruined it. They made it better.
It's too much.
Nah, you're wrong. I'll tell you why.
Too much of a commitment.
I'm going to tell you why. Can I give you the other side of things?
Sure.
The last few Manias before they moved it to 2 nights was like 6 hours long.
But they ruined that too.
Nah, there's
enough. It should be special 4 hours. That's it.
No, but I think making it 2 nights and having your 2 main events, even though Sunday is the true main event, we all know that, I think has made it like a wrestling weekend. I think it's awesome. And even in a WrestleMania this year where the build has been odd, it's still got like 8 matches I'm excited for.
Look,
there are matches on Saturday and Sunday I'm pumped up for, but what they always get right is that the match that closes the show on Sunday is the true main event. And we all know the main event of this year's WrestleMania is Roman and Punk, and they're doing it. It's Sunday, and it's going to be freaking badass. Acknowledge me. Sorry.
I want to give you an honest answer. Serious answer. I'm not even like being trolly. I used to love wrestling. As many people did, and they grew out of it. Others didn't, right? Whatever. But now that I've gotten, you know how you hit that point in life, you go up, whatever. Now I've recharged. I have kids, you have kids, the whole thing, right? This is my next phase of life. Between when I got Peacock and watching some of the Royal Rumbles and everything, there's a part of me that wishes I could get more into wrestling. I don't have to make the choice to do Monday Night Football anymore. You can watch it on delay. But WrestleMania remains one of my biggest turnoffs to fully committing back to wrestling.
Really?
Because I just can't see myself in April, March committing to 2 full freaking days.
No, I don't think you have to as a cash.
Yeah, and it started with Sundays being 7 hours, for these WrestleManias.
Well, and they fixed that by splitting it up into 2 nights.
WrestleMania should be so special that your 6 or 7 best matches should happen there. The Tag Team Championship.
I get you.
It should be 4 hours on a Sunday, and that's it.
I would normally agree with you. I think there's enough talent nowadays that they can do it. I don't ever feel like it's forced. I never feel like, that's not a WrestleMania match. I feel like they all are. And I'm very excited about it. And I would have put that on the list. I'm not saying it's above Super Sunday or even above Championship Sunday. I'm not suggesting
Ice Cream Sunday? You've been to Friendly's, bro.
I think I've grown past the Ice Cream Sunday.
Excuse me?
I think
I could tell your nipples have inverted back. It just doesn't excite you.
I'm a Mr. Softy kind of guy. That's my big ice cream jam.
But that's the moment you put sprinkles on, it's an ice cream sundae.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Wait, hold on. So I'm going to go to Citi Field tonight with my oldest son, who's a vanilla guy. I'm a chocolate guy. So he gets his, I get mine. All right. I'm going to put sprinkles on my ice cream. He's not a sprinkle guy. Mm-hmm. I'm having a sundae and he's not?
Yes. An ice cream sundae is ice cream the moment toppings touch it.
That's ridiculous.
Plain ice cream is ice cream. An ice cream sundae is toppings.
Google AI is saying that you need some kind of sauce on there. Some syrup or sauce.
That's the problem. You don't trust Google AI. It's a topping.
Okay, so forget Google AI, forget Gemini. You, Connor, as a human being that has some intelligence, a lot of intelligence, more than either of us right now, is he correct in his definition of a sundae?
No, I think you need something. You need more fixins than just the sprinkles. Otherwise, it's just an ice cream cone with sprinkles.
No. If I put Reese's Pieces and whipped cream on, that's not a sundae?
That would you could maybe classify that as a sundae. Well, maybe not sauces, but you need more fixins than just the sprinkles.
You think I want to be dying on this hill? I'm just telling you. I've lived my whole life knowing what an ice cream sundae is.
Well, you're getting shot on the hill and you're dying on it.
No, I'm not, because I'm right.
It's like a hot dog being a sandwich kind of situation. Like it's a hot dog. It's a separate item,
Look, you want to challenge me on Yankee bullpen thoughts, Aaron Boone, all of that, that's fine. Don't tell me what an ice cream sundae is. I told you, and that's the end of it.
All right. I'm going to phone a friend after this segment. I'm going to ask somebody who I trust more than anybody else when it comes to... He's fat! Why would you assume it'd be him? He's the fat ass I would ask?
He's the fattest, not as fattest guy here.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably who I would ask.
He's maybe the biggest food guy.
Yeah, he's the food guy around here.
We should have ice cream sundaes at this draft party, by the way.
Well, I think Craig is actually supplying the food, so ask him.
All right.
Now, you know what he would supply, and I'm totally for it because I'm a big fan, is Ralph's. Ralph's Italian Ice is just... stupid.
You know what Ralph's is doing now?
What Ralph who is doing? The Ices, man?
Yes. I'll just tell you because me and my wife door dashed it last weekend. You can get their soft serve ice cream on top of a scoop of an ice.
I don't think I want that.
It was unbelievable.
Really?
It was game changing. It was life changing. And I suggest anybody, and Ralph's ain't paying me for this, go to Ralph's, check that out.
No, I look, it's a creative idea, and I'm not saying you didn't like it. I'm not sure I'd like that.
I'm not sure I would have liked it either. I got the Spumoni topped with soft serve vanilla.
All right, maybe we'll have that at the big draft party that's coming up.
May or may not have been erect.
Let's go. Okay, calm down over there. Let's go to Antonio on Long Island. Hey, Antonio. Antonio.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
You guys hear me?
Unfortunately, we can't hear you, and I feel bad because he waited like 2 hours. So my apologies. Try to call back. We'll prop you up. Let's go to Lucas in Cranford, New Jersey. Hey, Lucas.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I just had a quick question. So I went to the Mets game on Wednesday, do some free tickets I ended up getting through Twitter. But I saw also on StubHub that a lot of the 500 sections, people were posting tickets that were for $10, $15. So basically, I was wondering if people just were getting the free tickets and then posting them online to try to make, $40, $50.
No, because my understanding is, and I could speak as a season ticket holder, because I heard someone call up the afternoon show and try to make this point, and it was they didn't have it fully.
Yeah.
Or at least Big Mac. No offense to Big Mac and Craig, they wouldn't understand. No, it was bro, I'm not attacking you.
The comp ticket.
The comp ticket with the Mets season ticket holder was trying to explain it, and he didn't really fully get it out. I'll explain what's going on, all right? They give you vouchers every year. You can't sell the vouchers. I can't go and just pick a game and then list it on SeatGeek. And I'm not saying I should. The other point he made, and this is absolutely true, is if you can't go to a Met game, the Mets used to have a feature where I can trade it. Like, let's say I know I'm not going Sunday, and I'm not going Sunday, and I trade it. I can trade it for a game in September against the Padres. I can't list those either. And that's a new rule. Because you used to be able to trade for another game and then just instantly sell it. And I guess the Mets are trying to cut down on that because they're saying, wait a second, we want to sell the tickets, not you.
We're giving you the break not to make money on it.
So the answer I'd have on those tickets available would either be they're coming from the Mets, like the Mets are just selling tickets because it's not sold out, or someone has them because they're a season ticket holder, or they bought them before the season where you are legally allowed to just list them. But no, you can't just take the free vouchers, or in Steve Cohen's case, the free tickets for the game that they gave away. You were not allowed to sell them.
And not to count anybody's money,
Go
but
ahead.
if you claimed free tickets, even if you were allowed, and you went to some, again, they're free because we figured a lot of people aren't going in there, for $10, $15, is that even worth the hassle to you?
To get the free ticket? Yeah, you're making money. It's easy money. I haven't done that, but yes.
$15 and go through waiting there to click that when the tickets are available?
Sean, you ever drive?
Do I ever drive
You ever see people who buy cases of water bottles, rip them open, and then sell individual water bottles on the side of the road?
Well, that's a little different.
It takes a lot of work to buy that.
No, but that's like
it's
more
a
of
hustle. You're making money. People will do whatever it takes to make money. You're sitting here saying, it's a lot of work to click the button 5 times.
For
What's wrong
$15,
with you?
those water people are making easily $200.
Well, 15 times 2 is 30. So if you sell 2 tickets, it's $30.
$30.
And if you do it multiple times, that adds up real quick.
My point is this was a one-off situation where you had to be like in queue, one of the first however many people.
But again, you weren't allowed to do that.
Okay.
And that's how Steve knew 58% of people didn't show up. Because it's not as if someone showed up with a recently sold ticket.
Right.
So I get not allowing people to sell free tickets and vouchers. I am not against that.
It's not the spirit.
I don't love the idea that if a season ticket holder can't go to a game and you're allowing them to trade it for a future game, that they can't sell that.
So we got to the crux of the issue.
What's the issue?
You had to make this about yourself and your season ticket.
No, I haven't had to do it once yet this season. I'm just making the point. I'm explaining. The caller made the point. I'm giving everybody the info.
And
Part of the beauty,
and you brought it back to you.
I'm giving you an example. I haven't done it. Why does it have to do with me?
Because you're not allowed. And it upsets you.
No, I haven't traded yet. Actually, I did do one trade.
Okay, see, you can't.
Take that back.
Connor, did I read him right?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Bro, it has nothing to do with me. Because I'm a season ticket holder, I know because I know. Like, do you want to hear one about the Knicks?
Sure.
You hear the new Knicks rule? Are you guys aware of the new Knicks rule?
I am. I'm surprised it's taking this long to bring it up.
Well, I'll bring it up today. You want me to bring it up? I was
bring it up.
going to wait till next week, but okay, I'll give you.
How about this is a light floater, and then we'll really delve deep.
So the Knicks sent out an email to their loyal season ticket holders. I, of course, one of them, very loyal season ticket holder, that you cannot sell your tickets for a playoff game until 24 hours before the game takes place. And I guess their thinking is they don't want, not me, because I'm not a ticket reseller, but a ticket reseller to just buy up tickets to then immediately post at double or triple the price. So you're still allowed to sell them, but they're not letting you do it until 24 hours before tip-off. And they believe that that will allow more real fans to get inside the building.
Okay. I understand their mindset. I think it sucks for somebody that has Knicks season tickets that's not a Knicks fan. That's whole sole purpose is making the money, though.
Well, who's that?
Schmevin Schmobberts?
That's not me. By the way,
Let's
go Knicks. That's not true. I've told you the reason why I'm a Knicks season ticket holder.
Because you want to be there when they get eliminated.
I want to be there when they get eliminated. B, I initially bought them in fear that they'd play the Nets in the playoffs. And unlike Craig and Big Mac, I don't have a cozy relationship with James Dolan. Like, I'm not getting in the building. Ooh, I got to buy my way there.
Big Mac's earned that right now, huh?
I think so. I think, he's a Knicks fan, and Craig is very close with him, which is great. So he can go in whenever he wants. I can't. I'm an enemy. So I got to give him money to get in the building.
Let's go Knicks. So when you bought those season tickets this year, you thought, Nets playoff game, I got to be
Well, no. It started that way, in fairness.
All right.
And then the other thing is, I am truly, and you know this about me, I want to be there for the big game.
I know you.
I don't talk it, I do it. I'm at the big game.
And you've stressed it to me. It's important that the big games we get in the building.
Yeah, and I'm in the building. Like, nothing can stop me because I am a customer of going to any NBA Finals game I want to go to. And I plan on doing that. Now, the Knicks haven't been to a finals yet, so you don't know if I'd actually go or not, but I would. I've gone to East. I went to the Eastern Conference semifinals last year.
You did?
Actually, no, I apologize. I went to the Eastern Conference finals last year.
You did.
The final Knicks home game of the year last year, I was in the building for. So I do it because I think it's important.
I agree.
So why are you attacking me like I'm some kind of horrible reseller? I'm not. I go to games.
Just felt like the right time to get you agitated.
I mean, it's just an accusation.
I'm sorry.
I go to the freaking games, and I plan on going this year. And I'll tell you what I really plan on doing. I plan on inviting you, Sean Morash, to join me at these Knicks playoff games.
I'll go. Chicken
Connor,
fingers on me.
I ain't planning on inviting you to Knicks games.
I'll be there. Go Knicks.
But Tommy lost his right because I invited him to a Met game 2 weeks ago, and he said no. No biggie. And the way I am is if you say no once or twice or three times, you're dead to me.
You're out.
I am Tommy the Visionary.
Plus, Tommy's got to be on during every Knicks playoff game. So.
I am tenacious, Tommy.
Well, if you were that tenacious and if you were that much of a visionary, you would have sucked it up on a Saturday afternoon, gone to the Met game, and you would have been set next to me at all these Knicks games. That's your decision.
Clown.
And here's what's unfortunate.
I am Tommy the Family Man.
If only him and Craig were close enough, maybe Craig would let him sit courtside with him at a Knicks playoff game.
Oh.
But he's not going to do that.
Nope.
He's going to sit next to Big Mac. So think about this, Tommy. You're not courtside with Craig, and you're not 50 miles upstairs with Evan.
That's a shame.
You're just in front of your TV or doing you're next to Connor doing a radio show.
Tommy, the fountain of information.
Where else would you rather be?
And honestly, I was planning on taking him. But the moment he turned down that Met game, dead to me.
They say Dems the brakes.
Who says that? The Republicans when they beat the Democrats in a race?
Why are you going to make everything political?
Because you said Dems.
It was a Staten Island accent.
Oh, okay. Come back with your calls at 888-808-1019. Plus, how should the Met fan handle the return of a guy who actually was a pretty good Met in Jeff McNeel? We'll discuss coming up. 888-808-1019 is the toll-free number. It is Evan and Tiki. Tiki out today. The Carton Show with Big Mac and Carton about an hour away.
Spring is the perfect time to refresh your home, and Windorama is making it easier than ever. During the spring refresh sale, save up to 30% on your window and door project. Plus, take advantage of low to no interest payment plans when you purchase and install with Windorama. It's simple. Book your free in-home consultation, shop from home, and let their local certified experts handle measurement and installation. Visit Windorama.com to book your free in-home consultation today.
Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is expanding across Long Island, New York City, and New Jersey with new locations opening in Comac, Babylon, and West Orange. Expert care is closer than ever. Their top-rated doctors treat everything from everyday injuries to complex orthopedic conditions. Wherever you are on your journey, they are there to help you move forward. They're the experts at getting you back to being you. Visit TotalOrthoSportsMed.com to schedule your appointment today or call 855-321-ORTHO.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Buffalo Bills began offseason workouts earlier this week, and if you're a Bills fan, I think you should be optimistic heading into the season. The Bills needed to fire head coach Sean McDermott, who couldn't get them over the hump, and I like the promotion of offensive coordinator Joe Brady and the hire of Jim Leonard to run the defense. And I think they will give Josh Allen his best chance to get to a Super Bowl and win one for the fans in Buffalo. I'm Nick Costos.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it'll take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 10 million people without destroying your credit. They can reduce your interest rates, lower your total payments up to 50% to get you out of debt fast. For a free consultation, call Consolidated Credit now. The program works.
Call 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298. 800-210-4298.
Consolidated Credit Solutions Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33313. Licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Kansas CSO 0019051. Maryland DM 1492. Oregon DM 892. Licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, license number DC83. Service may adversely affect the individual's credit. Non-payment of debt may lead to additional finance charges or collections activity, including legal action. Actual interest rates, length of program, and monthly payment reductions will vary by consumer and creditor. Yours could be higher or lower. Not a loan company. We do not lend money.
The most important meal of the day just got better at Dunkin'. Now you can get a medium hot or iced coffee, 6 crispy, delicious hash browns, and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, all for $6. That's a full breakfast meal for $6. 6 crispy golden hash browns, a warm, delicious bacon, egg, and cheese, and a medium coffee to start your day right. Do breakfast the Dunkin' way and order Dunkin's $6 meal deal. No substitutions. Participation at times may vary. Limited time offer. Cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
I'm Piera Palazzolo, VP of Digital Marketing for the American Management Association, a company focused on the management training skills needed to enhance the careers of business professionals. We did our research when it came to the best companies for website development and chose AmericanEagle.com. And we couldn't be happier. AmericanEagle.com worked closely with us to understand the front and back end requirements needed to launch an e-commerce website that could handle the complexities of running thousands of seminars nationwide. Our robust new website and improved SEO saw immediate increases in site traffic and web revenue. If you're in need of managerial effectiveness and success, visit our website at amanet.org. If you're in need of a website that provides an unparalleled consumer experience, I highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Transform your business today. Dial 877-WebNow1 for a free digital consultation with AmericanEagle.com.
Hey, did you hear about that multi-billion-dollar Roundup settlement?
Yeah, it impacts people who are exposed to weed killers at work or at home, even if you just used it in your own yard. Lawsuits claim it causes non-Hodgkin lymphoma, a blood cancer.
But we're not sick, so that doesn't affect us.
But it does. This cancer can take 10 to 15 years to show up.
That's a long time after exposure.
It is, and that's why the settlement is paying claims for up to 21 years. If you get sick, even years from now, you could get $6,000 to $165,000 or more as part of this settlement.
So what's the catch?
If you stay in, you give up the right to sue them later.
Learn more at weedkillerclass.com or call 1-888-403-8201. If you or a loved one has or had non-Hodgkin lymphoma, even if they've passed, you must register for benefits. That's weedkillerclass.com. 1-888-403-8201. Paid for by the Roundup Settlement.
Hello, New York, New Jersey. Bank of America, in partnership with Visa, invites you to a FIFA World Cup 26 watch party. Open an eligible Bank of America checking account in participating financial centers only for an opportunity to reserve 2 complimentary tickets while supplies last. Experience special musical guests, games, giveaways, food, and more, all at a legendary venue. Learn more at BofA.com/BofA Visa Watch Party. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 26. Bank of America NA, member FDIC. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Get in on the savings fund now at Nielsen Dodge during our lease pull-ahead event.
Get out of your current lease early and get into a new vehicle.
Don't wait for your lease to end. Upgrade now. We have hundreds of new Jeeps, Chryslers, Dodges, and Rams to choose from.
There's 0% financing available, 0 security deposit for qualified buyers with 0 down payment available.
Lease a new 2026 Jeep Wrangler 4-Door Sport S 4x4, just $259 a month.
Or choose from hundreds of quality certified pre-owned vehicles.
End your lease early and upgrade today.
So, get out of the old and into the new.
On Route 10 in East Hanover. Online at NielsenDodge.com.
At Nielsen Dodge, fun is in the driver's seat.
Declaration of Deals Sales Event. With approval term 24 months, due at sign 8104, at tax tag 498, doc fee and DMV fees. See dealer for details.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $250 back in bonus bets if your first bet wins. FanDuel puts player research right at your fingertips, so you can check stats, trends, and matchups all in one place and make your picks with confidence. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and older, physically present in New York. First online, real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which do expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
How was your break? It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive. That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app. Upside? Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So, even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive. Does that actually add up to anything? Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app. Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code WAGON for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WAGON for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's WAGON.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
The home of Yankees radio is WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Yo! We got ourselves a interesting sports weekend. The NBA regular season is over. I think Knicks fans are thrilled about that. You'll finally know who your first-round opponent is, and you'll know your roadmap to potentially winning an NBA championship. That will be laid out by the end of this weekend. Every NBA team will wrap up their season Sunday night. It used to be everyone plays at the same time at like 3. This year, all the Eastern Conference teams are playing at 6. And then the Western Conference teams are playing at 8:30. We got the play-in tournament next week. The NHL kind of drags. Obviously, the Islanders are in a spot where they need to win every single game. They had a huge win last night in the debut of Coach DeBoer.
Yes.
And they got to keep winning, but the season reaches out towards the middle of next week.
It's always weird.
So we will not get a final destination on the Islanders making the playoffs or not making the playoffs. And then obviously the Mets and the Yankees are going to look to bounce back after losing 2 out of 3. The Mets welcome in the team that beat the Yankees, the Athletics, and the Yankees play a division rival. They play the Tampa Bay Rays down in Tampa. So, and the Masters. I don't want to leave that out because I'm not into it. I respect that a lot of people are. So, golf.
Yeah.
If you want to watch it.
And people will Saturday and Sunday.
You will, too. I know you will. Like,
I will.
Things get close on Sunday. You'll tune
I agree. I agree. That's when I'll give it time. I can't be spending my entire Saturday and Sunday watching golf.
I understand. I get you. Look, I will defend the golf fan with this. We're going to watch baseball games that are very early in a baseball season where we will forget those games existed a few weeks later. This is a golf tournament that is very prestigious, and it's only once a year.
Right.
So who's really wasting their Saturday and Sunday?
And here it's a big deal because you prep for the U.S. Open, which is local this year.
Oh, nice. Where's it at?
Shinnecock.
Shinnecock?
Shinnecock.
Do you know about the clip? I wish I had it in front of me.
I don't.
The Bob Husler clip?
No.
You don't know about that?
No.
Maybe during the commercial break I'll find it because it's probably not great for me just to describe it.
Okay.
But Bob Husler had a wonderful line about Shinnecock and the U.S. Open. So Here's what I'll do, all right? Because we literally don't have anyone working here. Like, I don't know if anyone's in the building outside of the show that's following us.
Who only all just arrived in the last hour.
Right, and they're not like, Big Mac's not doing work for me, nor should he. So during the next break, our final break, I will try to find this legendary Shinnecock clip from the great Bob Husler, who's done an awesome job doing Nets radio right here on the Fan all year long, filling in for Carino whenever he's flipped over to the TV side. Bob is a legend. He's fantastic.
With Carino's son.
With Chris Carino's son, Chris Jr. He's been doing fantastic as well. So I will try to find that clip later on this hour, as well as another edition of Idiots with Idioms. But let's get to some of your phone calls, 888-808-1019. Vinny is in Rutherford. Hey, Vinny.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good, man. What's up?
So, Evan, while I was on hold, you said the funniest thing I've ever heard you say. You said you've outgrown ice cream sundaes, but yet not professional wrestling.
That's right. Yeah. You're damn right. Professional wrestling has grown with me, sir. Professional wrestling is now for adults, too.
I know. I respect you, and I think you're very smart, but that's you always lose me in wrestling. Anyway, that's not why I called.
Sorry.
I'm going to tell you a story about Citizens Bank.
Yes.
We did a weekend. This is 2006-07. We happened to catch it. Yankees were in Baltimore, which is like a home game, no problem. Mets were in Philly. We go to the Mets game, afternoon game. And all the cliches, everything you hear about Philly sports is true. Whippets in the parking lot, girls dancing on the bars. But it didn't take long for a Met fan to get into a fight in front of us with a Phillies fan. As they're dragging the Met fan out, the crowd starts chanting 9/11.
Oh, my God.
It was the craziest thing I've ever heard. I still can't really wrap my head around what they're trying to say. Like, it's New York's fault, right? Think about
it's not worth thinking about because it's a dumb, stupid, drunk person.
Right, exactly.
That probably didn't know what to say.
And doesn't represent all of Philadelphia, to be fair.
No, I almost feel like I have to defend Philadelphia after hearing that conversation.
Plenty of them are scummy, don't get me wrong.
Look, Philadelphia is what it is. There are times in which I have respect for them because I think we're very similar. But then there's a lot of times, and I have my stories, my examples. You have yours. We all do. Going down there as a road team.
Yep.
And it's a disgusting sight. By the way, I'm glad that the Knicks aren't going to be matched up with the Sixers. First of all, the series is unappealing. The Knicks will whip that ass, especially with the news around Joel Embiid. And even if Joel was healthy, I think the Knicks would have whipped their ass anyway. But I feel obligated to go back to Philly. Like, if the Knicks played the Sixers, we did it as a show, and we would do it again. I don't think there's any question. I was actually talking to Tiki about it last week, and it was all done. Like, yes, assuming the days fall the right way, we're going back to Philly. I don't want to go to Philly.
I don't either.
And now when you look at the Knicks' first-round opponents, Toronto and Atlanta, I think it's fair to say that we're not making a trip for either of those first-round matchups. Is that a fair comment?
Considering I've delayed updating my passport and lied to my wife that I updated it, I cannot go.
You can't even go to Toronto?
Oh, it expired. And I told her 6 months ago I updated it.
So you're out on Toronto.
Can't make the trip.
And Atlanta is such an armpit of a city that I think
not
that's
fair.
out too. No, I've been there. It's not
I
like I'm
have
speaking
multiple
out of turn.
times. I like Atlanta.
What's the best part of Atlanta?
The strip clubs. I mean.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I you know what? I went with my wife. My father was there. Like, it wasn't going to be a strip club trip.
Mary Mac's Tea Room. You ever have the meatloaf?
No.
One of the best restaurants in the country.
Oh, no. I'll tell you, because honestly, the best part of Atlanta, and I think he was a crappy president, good man, but bad president, was the Jimmy Carter Presidential Library.
Yeah.
And that's sad. If the best part of a city is the presidential library of a failed one-term president, that's not good.
That whole little area, though, the Coca-Cola, the College Football Hall of Fame, the aquarium.
Overrated.
Centennial Park.
Yeah, I went to all of it. Sucked.
I liked it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I liked it. Interesting. All right. Different strokes for different folks.
By the way, great job by our staff. I have no idea who that staff is.
This is Andrew Kaplan got this.
Andrew Kaplan, who's not even here today. He's working remotely, which even makes it more impressive. Here is the clip I was referring to. Sean broke the news to me that the U.S. Open is at Shinnecock Hills.
Yes.
And so it reminds me of a very famous clip in the history of WFAN. We used to have a thing called 2020 updates. And during the 2020 updates, and this goes even further back than the more recent 2020 updates, at the top of the hour, it would be basically two segments. It would be 2 minutes and then a tease into a quick commercial break, and then they would come back and finish the update. So Bob Husler's actually, you know what? I think I got that wrong. I'm going to take that all back.
Sheesh.
I think this was a let's pause for station identification on the Mets or Yankees radio network.
All right.
And so I think we still do that, but it used to be an update anchor saying, quick bit of news, Mike and the Mad Dog follows the Met game after this or something like that. So I think that's what Bob was doing, and Bob Husler said this.
4-3 was the final. Shinnecock stiffens up. We'll check that next. WFAN 2020 Sports Time, 12:04.
Okay, so first of all, amazing line by Bob. Second of all, now I can't, just as like a WFAN historian, I know what that was from.
Yeah.
We used to have updates at 11 o'clock where we would take a minute break in between the updates.
That's what I was describing initially, by the way. We used to have an update that was longer. So it would be a quick break in the middle of the update, and it would feature a tease, and that was the tease that Bob used.
Shinnecock stiffens up.
Great job by Bob. He did that purposely. Let's be
No,
honest.
I think it was a coincidence.
Bob is a sense of humor. Bob knew what he was doing. That was Bob getting nuts late at night.
By the way, that's for everyone who thinks WFAN has gotten so dirty and so, rude over the last few years.
Shinnecock stiffens up.
I mean, that wasn't Craig Carton who said that.
No, that was Mr. Met himself.
By the way, that may have been before Boomer and Carton. Like, that may have been 2005. No, it was after?
I think that was after, because I now that you said that, I remember that. I think that we're in this era.
Well, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
All right, so then it was Carton's influence.
Oh, I see.
Then Bob Houston was like, you know what?
Shinnecock stiffens up.
I know what I'll do. Yeah, so whenever I think of that golf course or that area of Long Island, is that an area or is that a golf course?
It's a golf course.
Okay.
Indian reservation, like in the Hamptons.
Yeah, I heard it's very tough to get to.
It's
like
brutal.
The traffic is insane.
If you plan on going out east on Long Island, don't do it that weekend.
Oh
it's Father's Day weekend. It's awful.
Oh, my God. That does sound terrible.
Awful. And then even like the nearest train station is like a forever shuttle. You can't park your car. It's impossible to get.
That's it. Unless you're living out there, I don't know how you can go to that event.
It's horrible.
All right, well, let's keep that in our back pocket when the U.S. Open comes around. We'll always have that clip. Let's go to Jason in Brooklyn. Hey, Jason.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's
Pleasure
up?
to talk to y'all.
Thanks, man.
Morash, I just got a question for you real quick, if you don't mind, to go back to the good and no-hitter. I'm just curious. How did you get those tickets?
I got him the same way I got him because you got him the same way. You were at opening day in the snow.
All right, cool beans. That's what's up. All right,
Everybody
cool.
at that game was at opening day. It's a fun fact of 96.
Wow.
Yeah, man. We went like 15 deep.
Yep.
And, cool. I was just curious. So,
That was a great job by the Yankees, and it's funny because we were talking about vouchers and free tickets and the Yankees and the Mets over the last week, but that was the Royal Yankee opening day in 96 in which it was snowing.
Their 30-year anniversary of that, by the way.
Crazy. And George, and we talked about George yesterday, Mike Vaccaro was on the show, the awesome book, The Bosses of the Bronx, and that was a noble move by George Steinbrenner. He did not have to do that. He said, hey, you guys, because you guys saw a baseball game. You saw an opening day classic at Yankee Stadium. And he said, goodness of my heart, I'm giving you a game, free tickets to a game, and it turned out to be that game. Doc's no-hitter.
Just really quickly to show you the difference in the era, because now if you go have bad weather against bad day, we'll go, hey, you can return this for whatever game you want. That game in 96, it wasn't until the 8th inning they put it on the Jumbotron. By that point, you would have had to stay till the 8th inning. For those that sat through today's game, it said, I'll never forget the imagery. For those that sat through today's game, upon exiting the building, bring your ticket stub, and you have your choice of one of 3 games all year. 3 games. There was a game in May, a game in June, a game in July. And I picked the one in May because it was the day after my birthday, and that was Doc Gooden's no-hitter.
I love that. So George and Cohen are actually very similar. Minus the craziness and championships.
George wouldn't want to give away free tickets.
George was like, I'm only giving it to you if you stayed for 8 innings.
Stayed for 8 innings. And imagine staying for 8 innings.
You show me a good loser, and I'll show you a loser.
But you might have stayed for 8 innings. And maybe you forgot that was Doc Gooden's no-hitter. You picked the June or July game. You'd be like, oh, my God, I could have had free tickets to the no-hitter.
Yeah, well, there's no way to know. Yeah. That's just, what can you do? Let's go to Mike in Manhattan. What's up, Mike?
What's up, boys? Happy Friday.
Thank you.
Evan, have fun at the game tonight. Bring the offense to the game with you.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
I have an ABS question, and maybe you guys talked about this. I know you touched on it over the past couple of weeks a bunch, but in regards to the rules, okay, so let me put a scenario for you. If a guy's on first base, 2 outs, and 3 and 2 count, the ball is, whatever, the pitch is thrown, and whether it's a ball or a strike, they throw down the second baseman or the shortstop will kind of give up on the play if it's outside or if it's strike 3 or whatever. If it's strike 3,
great question.
That way.
Great question.
If it's strike 3 and the guy's on the run, second shortstop gives up, and then the call is overturned, what happens?
Yeah, so I've been thinking about this. So obviously, if it's called a ball, it's over. It's a walk. But then if it's overturned, it's a strikeout, and nothing that happened after that would count because the walk made it a dead ball. Like you weren't able to throw the guy out stealing.
Right.
If it's a strike, I think I've just answered it. If it's a strike, you as the catcher need to throw down. If he's out, but then it's overturned into a ball, then he goes back, or he goes to second if it's a walk. You know what I'm saying? Did I explain that well?
Yeah, but this is where I'm confused.
Go ahead, because I'm confused too.
If you're the batter,
yes,
okay, it's a strike and you take off and run, but it's a ball. You don't have time to challenge.
What? Well, okay, start that one more time.
You only have a certain amount of time to challenge. Tap your hat.
Yeah, but why are you running? They called strike 3.
Oh, I thought this involved the ball being dropped. No.
He's talking about the guy stealing second base.
I'm sorry. Okay, that's where I misinterpreted. I thought if the ball gets dropped and you got to take off.
Yeah, that's a weird one because it would need to be a strike and the catcher would have had to have missed it, which is a very rare thing.
Could happen.
I think the answer is you tap in your head as you run. So you're trying to protect yourself in both ways.
But could they make the argument you were trying to hold on to your helmet?
No. Well, we've already had that. I think Will Smith accidentally challenged the first call of a Dodger game the other day because he was adjusting his helmet.
Really? I missed that.
Yeah,
okay.
And they called it a challenge. Like, you have to be careful with that. But in terms of, let's just walk through the 3-2, runner on first, runners going less than 2 outs. If it's strike 3, as the catcher, you play right through it. And if it's called a ball, no harm, no foul.
Right.
And it doesn't matter.
Of course. He was advancing.
If it's called a ball, there's just no play. And it's just bad luck if the runner was going. Right. I think the runner has to go back, though, if it's strike 3. I don't think you can allow them to get second base. I don't know if that situation's occurred yet.
I agree. It's going to occur. You know baseball.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it has. I'm just talking about a Met-Yankee game because obviously we're watching every Met-Yankee game. I don't know if this has already happened in a Mariner game.
It's impossible to know if it's happened in a game.
Great question, though. Let's go to Anthony in Garden City. Hey, Anthony.
Hey, Sean, Evan, how are you today?
Good, man. What's up?
I was on your point. I was kind of agreeing with Sean, but I want you to hear me out on it. I'm a big wrestling fan also.
Yeah.
I feel like they could take a couple of the matches off the card, I feel like, and they could get back to that one WrestleMania Sunday because they did it. I mean, they're doing it with SummerSlam too now. They're breaking it into 2 days.
Yeah.
They're not. It's kind of taking away. Like, there's so many matches on there that, okay, they're good matches, but they could be saved for like SmackDown or Raw. They don't need to be on both. Like, you don't need to spread it out to both nights.
I gotta tell you, man. I completely disagree with you. I think it allows time for the matches to get its proper amount of time. You're not rushing it. And 4 or 5 hours is way too long. I love the 2 nights. In fact, I think there should be a 2-night Royal Rumble. I don't know why they haven't done it yet.
Well, because the Royal Rumble's the Royal Rumble.
Men's Rumble on one night, Women's Rumble on the other night. The title matches for the men's can be on the night of the Women's Rumble. The title matches for the women can be on the night of the Men's Rumble.
Too much.
It's not too much.
Now,
He brings up
a good point I hadn't even thought of because it's been years since I even now. It's one thing to watch WrestleMania. Go to the Raw after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
What matches are we putting on that night?
Nah, it's not about matches. It's about storylines.
Okay.
That's the way I'd view it.
But you're telling me you can't make the Raw bigger for that hometown?
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay.
I moved on.
Please,
I don't want to argue with you.
You know what? It's fine.
Not about this. I'll argue about something else.
Evan, it's fine. Well, let's take the Marcus Simeon call, will we?
No, I want to make a point about Jeff McNeel.
Oh, good point.
Thank you very much. Yes. So today, Jeff McNeel makes his return to Citi Field. And I want to make this very, very clear to my fellow Met fans. I'm going to try to be leader-ific today. I'm going to talk into a microphone. I'm going to use my bully pulpit. I fully understand that a lot of Met fans were done with Jeff McNeel. They were done with him. I was done with him too. I raised my hand. For the last 2 years, I wanted the man traded. I understand that we may think of the rat-raccoon-squirrel argument between him and Francisco Lindor, and subsequently Lindor choking him in the locker room, okay, or down the hallway of the locker room.
Okay.
Totally get it. I understand that the last few years after winning his batting title, he's been a disappointment. I totally understand that, unlike Paul O'Neill, who is fun, very exciting, and a warrior, when Jeff McNeel complained about bad calls, he was a baby. I understand that.
You're a whiny bitch.
Yes, that is true. I get all the negatives about Jeff McNeel. But when he comes back tonight as a member of the Athletics, and there will be a video for him, as there should, can we acknowledge that Jeff McNeel is a guy who played for the Mets for 8 years? He had nearly 1,000 hits. He won a batting title.
He's a good Met.
He was a good Met. Nobody's suggesting his number should be retired. Nobody's suggesting it needs to be a standing ovation or you need to cry. But acknowledge what the man did. He was a good Met. He was not a bad Met. He wasn't always crying and complaining. He was a good Met. So what I'm going to do, and I'm just one guy, is in honor of Jeff McNeel, I'm going to give him a golf club.
You're going to stand, though?
No.
See, I think you should stand.
I don't need to stand. I mean, geez,
he was a good Met.
I just said he was a good Met.
But you should stand.
I don't know if he was a standing good Met. He was a good Met.
You can tip your cap, too, if you have one of those on. You can tip your cap.
I probably would.
No, I think you stand, you clap. What you don't do is take your two fingers and do the whistle thing. I don't think he deserves the whistle.
No whistle from me. I am going to sit in my seat. I am not standing. I respect you trying to push for that. And I'm going to go like this. Like, that's a very nice, like, respectful clap. Not a, yeah! You know, when Jake came back, I stood up. Actually, the Jake thing was really weird. Because remember, he made his appearance on the mound after Jonah Tong took a you-know-what on the mound.
That's right.
And so it was a very weird moment when Jake came out. But with Pete Alonso, standing ovation. I will stand up and I'll, maybe get a little emotional. Maybe a tear plops out of my eye. I'm not getting emotional for Jeff McNeel, but we got to stop the irrational hate. Like, the dude was a good Met.
Yeah, and
there's no reason to hate the guy.
As time will go on, you will appreciate him as a Met more, I believe. You'll forget about the ending and think about the batting title.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we should.
Choking up on the bat.
Yeah. He was a good Met. He was a homegrown Met. He was here for 8 years. He did a fine job. And look, I'm going to be there tonight, and I'll just say this. I'm not going to threaten anybody. If you boo him and you're in my section, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to have a conversation. And it's going to start like this. Why? That's how it's going to start. Why?
Right.
Like, make believe you boo him. Like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Hey, you suck, Jeff. Hey.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he liked Jack Hughes.
But that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to ask you why. And then you make your cap. I'm not going to fight you. Like, look at me. Who am I going to fight?
What do you think Francisco Lindor's wife does?
I don't think Francisco Lindor's wife and Jeff McNeel had an issue. I don't think that was ever the rumors.
Well, do you?
I think you're getting your rumors confused. I think that was Lindor, bro. I think that was straight up Lindor.
They're a unit.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm sure that Lindor's wife probably heard the stories from Francisco with like pillow talk, like, this guy I work with. It's like what you say to your wife about me, Tiki, or Connor. Like, oh, God, not going to be what Evan did. But I think you're messing up your Met rumors. I don't think there was any issue with Jeff McNeil's wife or Francisco Lindor's wife and Jeff McNeel. I think those two guys just didn't like each other.
Yeah, fair enough.
That one's just straight up.
What do you think Mom Donnie does?
Yeah, I heard he was there the other day.
Yes, he was with Mr. and Mrs. Met.
So Sid Rosenberg sent me, and I know he's making a big deal that he's like giving up the Mets, but Sid sent me.
Hey, I'm done with the Mets.
Sid sent me a text message of the video of Mayor Mamdani hugging Mr. Met and Mrs. Met.
Yeah.
So you know what my response was to Sid?
What?
I said, dude, you know what's going on in this? And he's like, yes, he's an anti-Semite. I said, no. Mr. Met hates Mamdani, but Mrs. Met likes Mamdani. That was a lot of Mr. Met, I got to keep my wife happy here kind of vibes. Like, all right, we get along. I don't really love him very much.
Wow.
But she likes him, so I'm going to go along with this.
So you think Mr. and Mrs. Met have a split political household?
Yes, I think it's Carville Madeline, if you don't know the reference.
I know Carville. I don't know Madeline.
Carville's wife, Mary Madeline, was a Republican strategist. James, obviously, very famous in the Clinton administration. And they have a great marriage. But apparently, like, vehemently disagree on everything politically. Kind of get the vibe about Mr. and Mrs.
What do you think Mom Donnie thinks of Mrs. Metz,
You think he was checking around?
Well,
I mean, your mind has been in the gutter all day today. Have you noticed that, Connor?
It's a fraud.
He's talking about nipples earlier, all sorts of stuff.
I'm doing my best to diffuse this stupid political argument between the Mets and the Yankees and Mom Donnie and Mr. Met and all that. And you're like, what about Mrs. Met's ass?
Well, can we just be honest? And I'm not trying
to
be...
What does Mom Donnie's wife think or think of Mrs. Met's ass?
I never said that.
Isn't that what it was?
Listen to me. I understand I could be a pig, men can be pigs. Isn't it one of the first things you think of with Mrs. Met now? And they did that. They had her do the squats.
The junk in the trunk?
Of course it is. You just let's just be real here. When you think of Mrs. Met now, you think, what happened?
Oh, so maybe that's what Mr. Met was thinking during the hug. It wasn't really a political difference. It was more...
Keep your eyes off her tuchus.
Okay. When we come back...
Mrs. Met really got that seat meat.
Seat meat. That was the word I was looking for.
When we come back, Idiots with Idioms, your daily Friday tradition where we hear all the mistaken idioms from the week that was, plus your calls at 888-808-1019. We'll get to everything. We've hit on everything throughout this day. The Knicks, the NFL draft, the Yankee bats, the Met bats. A lot more coming up. Evan and Tiki on the Fan.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by DEA Take Back Day. Help keep our community safe and healthy during National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day, April 25th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts. And this portion of the program also sponsored by Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life.
Celtics host the Pelicans tonight with a chance to lock up the 2 seed in the East, and I think Boston leaves no doubt in this one. Pelicans have already rolled out Zion, Trey Murphy, and DeJounte Murray. They may end up playing a G League squad when the game tips off. Jason Tatum is doubtful, and Jaylen Brown might not play either for Boston, but it doesn't really matter to me. Hide the kids because this should be a 30-point blowout by the third quarter. I like the Celtics to cover. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
Major Golf is kicking off this week, and Flag and Anthem ambassador Keegan Bradley will be head-to-toe in their gear just like me. Grab some new MVP polos made from the stretchiest performance fabric and look sharp on and off the course. Visit flagandanthem.com. Use code WFAN25 to get 25% off. Flag and Anthem, real clothes for real life.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Right now, new FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. FanDuel puts player research right at your fingertips so you can check stats, trends, and matchups all in one place and make your picks with confidence. FanDuel, play your game. 21 and over and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
At Northwell's Cardiovascular Institute, there's no heart condition too complex for the most experienced team in the tri-state area, with the nation's highest cardiac success rates. It's why others trust us to help treat their patients with the most challenging conditions. And with hundreds of cardiac experts working together across Northwell, we're making untreatable a thing of the past. Visit northwell.edu/limitlessheart. Northwell. Raise health.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Batteries Plus presents Power Ballads.
Unless you live in a cave, you need batteries for cars, boats, and smartphones to keep life a breeze. Did you know we sell key fobs? We program them too. From lithium to 9-volt batteries up the wazoo. Batteries Plus, there's no problem too large. Batteries Plus, we're the experts in charge.
As a contractor, I don't pay for materials I don't use. So why would I pay for stuff I don't need in my mobile plan? That's why my Biz plan from Verizon Business is so perfect. Now I can choose exactly what I want, and I only pay for what I need.
Right now, with my Biz plan, get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Visit VerizonBusiness.com to get started today. New lines only. Price per month with 5+ lines. Includes autopay and paper-free billing and promotional discounts. Taxes, fees, economic adjustment charge, applicable add-ons, prices, and terms apply. Guarantee applies to base monthly rate and stated discounts only. Add-on prices additional. Offers end June 30th, 2026.
Whoa. Okay, this one says you get a free phone if you switch. Hey, this one also says you get a free phone if you switch.
Yeah, they all do, hon.
Wait. The T-Mobile one says families saved over $3,700 versus the other big guys in the past 5 years. And their experience plans have Netflix included, plus a year of Dash Pass by DoorDash.
Hang on, let me see that. And a 5-year price guarantee? Oh yeah, we're switching.
That's what I'm talking about. Do we clap now, or...?
I'm thinking half-half.
At T-Mobile, get savings that keep stacking up. That's value you can feel every day. Switch now at T-Mobile.
Savings based on Harris X billing snapshots from Q3 2021 to Q4 2025 among accounts with 3+ voice lines compared to AT&T and Verizon, excluding discounts, credits, and optional charges. See harrisx.com/T-Mobile. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Recently, our company's softball team lost the big game by 1 run. Then Dale tried to console us with the quote, "Winning isn't everything." Dale's a loser. I play to win. Like early payout from Bet365. If my team goes up big, I get paid out instantly, even if they blow the lead later.
Sound familiar, Dale?
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, after years in the game, I don't guess. I go with what works. Red Pocket Mobile gives you 3 major 5G networks to choose from. Switching cities? Switch your network. That's like calling your own Audible. Visit redpocket.com to see why more Americans are switching to better wireless without paying more. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
At Citizens, we help make sense of your money and all your money questions.
Do I keep renting or finally buy?
Do I plan for a vacation or plan for a renovation?
How big of a nest should my nest egg be?
If money talks, what's it say to me?
Is cash still king?
Wait, when did a dollar slice go up to $3?
Whatever money questions you have, Citizens has the answers. Make sense of your money at citizensbank.com/made-ready. Member FDIC.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
The biggest golf tournament of the year is here, and now you can trade the tournament on Kalshi. Scotty is trading at 14% to win it all. That means a $100 trade pays out $673 if he wins it all. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, and as the odds move, you can buy in and out of your position all tournament long. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code FAN to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi. Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Where you learn matters. At Monmouth University, students study on a vibrant coastal campus with direct access to research, culture, and industry. From classrooms to competition, from creativity to career prep, Monmouth offers a vantage point shaped by location and purpose, blending a personalized learning experience with Division I pride and a rising national profile. Bigger thinking, more inspired. You amplified. Amplify your future at Monmouth University. Learn more at monmouth.edu/amplified.
Cars you dream about, ones you imagined gripping the wheel of. Experience them all at the New York Auto Show. Exotics, sports cars, off-road, family SUVs, hundreds of vehicles. Daily through this Sunday at the Javits Center. Tickets at autoshowny.com.
Springfest is heating up at Lowe's, and for a limited time, we have the extra big deals you need to impress guests. Get your outdoor space ready and save $50 on the select Cobalt 24-volt blower kit, now $79. Plus, save $150 on the Blackstone 30-inch 2-burner griddle, now $299. It's springtime, and our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/13, while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Looking for a great deal to stay connected? Now, for a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and Home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month and unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more and switch. For new Fios, internet, and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
Hey, New Jersey, the Mega Millions jackpot is up to $110 million. Who couldn't use a little extra money in their pockets? Get your ticket today. Anything can happen in Jersey.
Your official station to talk Yankees. The Fan, 101.9 FM and always live on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
This Fan Focus is sponsored by Chef IQ, precision cooking, effortless results, chefiq.com. Absolutely no NHL hockey tonight, but the Islanders do play the Senators in an enormous game at 1 tomorrow. The Knicks host the Raptors at 7:30. The Nets visit the Bucks at 8. The Yankees open up a 3-game series back at Tropicana Field for the first time in over a year. Luis Heel making a season debut. And those pesky A's with Jeff McNeel got plenty of travel time on getaway day to go from the Bronx to Queens to open up a series with the Mets. Clay Holmes looks to throw a no-hitter tonight and stop the bleeding.
Yeah, if he throws a no-hitter, you heard it first here. Because I was asking Sean earlier in the show if he would be bothered if a former Yankee like Clay Holmes threw a no-hitter, and he claimed absolutely not. If you missed any of the show, you could rewind it on the free Odyssey app. A lot of Knicks at the top, some baseball talk throughout the program, and some crazy hijinks. And right now, every Friday, right around this time, a little after 1:30 or so, we like to check in on all the failed idioms that our show did, and it is now spread out to include our entire radio station, so you'll hear some familiar voices in a segment we like to call Idiots with Idioms.
Hey, you know what time it is? It's Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Idiots with Idioms. Laugh till you split your sides. Idiots with Idioms.
And crispy fried onions on a Baroche bun.
Oh, I need it.
Baroche.
You uncultured swine.
Oh, I'm wrong.
Like apples and steaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apples
and sticks?
Yeah,
Never
apples
heard
and
of it.
steaks.
Oh,
steaks.
steak.
With those nuggies.
They come to the head, the big head, immediately.
What?
But I'll eat it, swallow it. Oh, it's like I'm an insider for the NFL now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Shut up, you Thor whore. God.
Thor whore!
Oh, my. And he's made the Giants hot boy, and I like it.
The Giants suck.
Luis Heel's coming, and he's coming soon. That was weird.
Aaron Judge.
That was a good, 45 seconds. Now everybody knows how my wife feels.
Hold mine!
Why would I want to mess the perfect ass?
It's not the perfect ass.
Yes, it is.
He's taking that Fernando fella.
We're not learning everything about this team through an 82 regular season.
Right.
82 regular game season.
Right.
Dude, you could get 5-Hour Freddy and then give it over to Slittler.
Did you just call me 5-Hour Freddy?
Tiki won't get in the Hall of Fame.
Evan, you're as cool as balls, man. I don't know if I like that.
Thank God for drugs. If you want to come.
Are you saying that there's a party in your pants and that I'm invited?
That's it.
You talk about the pick and roll game. You see Johnson and Brenton and Cat.
He's a asshole. Like I was thinking the other day, I don't think my bum has ever seen the sun.
What?
Yeah.
I was wrong.
You know how some guys have a hairy ass? You got to be worried about that.
What do you mean?
Jazz jizzle.
Sure. You know what, Ross? You know what my school of thumb here is?
Death of the loogie.
Maybe spring needs a couple more days before it wants to sprung.
That was the era of the loogie. There's going to come a day where you just trust me explicitly.
I'm not sure that's coming.
What's that new water everyone's going crazy for? Death water?
Big dump.
I hope they get double and a half for overtime. They have to, right?
Who cares?
Dude, I'd be on Grindr hardcore going, my nickname is Samurai.
Sports Shangri-La.
He wants a new contract. The Giants are probably dead fast against it.
Gives up an RBI single to Casey. I apologize. Casey Schmidt. And Matt Chapman is busting.
Laugh till you split your sides. Idiots with idioms.
That was a week.
What a week. Boomer was talking a lot about ass.
A lot. Yeah, this was a weird one. But hey, it was the week that was here on WFAN.
It was less about idioms, more about sexual innuendos.
I mean, it was a very dirty week. All the way around. You expect it from certain people, but Tiki.
No.
I mean, some of the things Tiki was saying. Oh, real quick. I do want to play this for you.
Okay.
Last night, the Knicks defeated the Boston Celtics. And the Celtics, I don't know if this is a post-game show or if it's a podcast. I apologize. But there are these Celtic fans who host, I guess, some sort of post-game show.
Okay.
And they took it out last night. I mean, here's what it is. They lost to the Knicks. What does it mean at the end of the day? Not really that much. They'll probably face each other in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Celtics will have home court advantage. I assume they'll be healthy. We assume the Knicks will be healthy. But tell me if you agree with this assessment on the way the Knicks reacted to their win last night.
Knicks celebrated as if they were going to hang a banner. Did you see them storming onto the court?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good. Let them. Let them.
Act like you've been there.
Let 'em.
This would get aggregated. I forgot that we can't say anything critical of the Knicks, or else it ends up on some websites.
You don't love it.
Well, you can say it, and we'll respond to it. We're in New York. There's a chance Sean's going to say, hey, those guys are actually right. The Knicks celebrated a little bit too much last night. What's your thought on that?
No, I think these are if I'm going to kill athletes sometimes for feeling like they don't care as much as fans, I'm not going to kill them for celebrating too much when that was an emotional game. Hard hitting those threes late. It was a fun, awesome win that this Knicks team celebrated afterwards with a big, F you to the Celtics. I don't have an issue with that.
Act like you've been there.
You know what bothered me the most?
All right.
That line.
Act like you've been there?
I didn't like that line. You want to know why?
Act like you've been there.
I don't know this guy's name, and I say this respectfully because I'm not mad at you. I'm just an IBO saying this. They not only been there, they beat your ass last year. You're not talking to the Knicks of last year. If that was the case, totally get it. Hey, act like you've been there. We're better than you. The New York Knicks beat you. They were up 3-1 as Jason Tatum got hurt. Let's be honest. Game 4 was over. They had taken the lead. Tatum fell down, and the game was over. So it was 3-1 New York when Tatum got hurt. Now, I am open-minded enough to know, can the Celtics have come back? Sure. I am not saying the series was over, but I'm saying that they were whipping it. They did. So act like you've been there should be saved for teams that haven't been there. If you want to say that about the Detroit Pistons, you know what? You can say it because they haven't won anything yet. They haven't been there yet. And I would defend them getting excited, but that's not even the point. Don't give me this cocky, arrogant, act like you've been there.
Act like you've been there.
They beat you last year. Yeah. Did you forget that, dude?
And this is what makes it so difficult as a non-Knicks fan who also hates the city of Boston. Act like you've been there before. This is the same fan base that melted down when Kyrie Irving wiped his shoes on a cartoon leprechaun. Okay? Act like we've been there before. You're the Boston Celtics. You cared that much about a shoe wiping. Act like you've been there before. Your star player basically acted like he was Willis Reed walking through the tunnel last night, coming back from an Achilles tear on a court. Act like you've been at Madison Square Garden before. It makes it so difficult as somebody who, I would tell you, I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm rooting against them. When they inevitably play the Celtics, it's near impossible to root for the Celtics. Look, they suck.
The right approach is, hey, we tip our hat. It's going to be a brand new series in a couple of weeks. We're going to get a best of 7. Hopefully Jalen's healthy. Hopefully Jason's healthy. And hopefully the Knicks are healthy out of respect. And let's go to war. And you can minimize the regular season. I do it all the time, good or bad. I remember doing it last year to the benefit of New York Knicks fans, saying, hey, guys, you got to calm down. It doesn't matter that they beat you in the regular season. I'll do the same thing on the inverse because I'm consistent. You guys just need to just move on.
Dude.
They didn't celebrate at an uncrazy amount of time. Plus, Josh Hart was miserable in the first half. He was awful. And the fact that he turned it around and had that kind of performance, I think it's okay for him to be excited.
Also, if last night flipped the other way and Jason Tatum won the game on a buzzer beater 3, that bench would have been basically in tears hugging Jason Tatum. Would that have been for a team that won a championship act like you've been there before?
Well, he's Willis Reed. It's an emotional
exactly
return.
My point.
Act like you've been there.
It's so funny how hypocrisy works in sports. It really is.
Yeah. See? We don't like you, Boston.
But until the Knicks win the finals, they're always going to get the act like you've been there until they win it in this era.
I don't think that's fair, though.
They do have a championship in this era.
Well, the Knicks?
Yes.
Not really. It was 1973. But that's not the point. Don't conflate the two things here.
This year, but
what are you talking? Oh, the cup. Oh, you're playing. Okay.
Act like you've been there.
You don't get to do that.
I don't get to do what?
You don't get to prioritize picking games you go to based on them being cup games as opposed to regular season games. And then when I bring up it mattering, you get to go, oh, you were treating it like a big deal.
They didn't win a championship. And Dolan knows it, and Knicks fans know it. So don't use that as the answer. The answer would have been, and I understand what Connor's saying, I don't think the Celtic fans get to be the gatekeepers of when you're allowed to celebrate and if you've been there or not. I get the Knicks haven't won a title. We all know that. They haven't been to an NBA Finals. I get that too. They just went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They whipped your team's ass. They've been a perennial playoff winner. I understand they haven't won it all.
Right.
I get it. But you don't go with the act like you've been there to a team like that. Anyhow, let's get to your calls. 888-808-1019. Let's go to on topic, off topic. We'll stay on topic. Frank in Staten Island. Hey, Frank.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, I don't think it was the fact that they won. I think it was the fact that Josh Hart, hit 2 big threes when he's been struggling all year, and I think he went 6 for 6. If they would have.
Can I tell you something funny about Josh Hart? I had this stat in the back of my mind. I'm going to use it right now. And I did find it ironic that Frank initially pronounced Josh Hart's name as if he was a Bostonian.
Yeah, that felt weird.
Even though he's calling from Staten Island.
Sounds like a transplant in Staten Island.
Josh Hart.
Might have misinterpreted. That was a wicked cool.
I know this is misleading, but it's amazing to me. So you know Josh wears John Starks' number.
Yes.
And I think if you ask any Knicks fan, like, hey, who's the greatest three-pointer in Knicks history, the great three-point shooter in Knicks history, they would tell you John Starks. What if I told you that Josh Hart this season is shooting at a better percentage from three than John Starks ever did in any year of his NBA career?
Would not surprise me.
And because it's the modern NBA?
The era is different.
Okay. And that's true, and that's why I acknowledge a little misleading. But I find that amazing. For as much as teams dare Josh to shoot, and you may not trust Josh in a big moment, he is shooting over 40% from three this season, something John Starks never accomplished. John in Margaritaville? Oh, no, Margaretville.
Man, who's got it right on a Friday?
That would be amazing. What's up, John?
Well, a question for you. I'm a Net fan, one of the rare Net fans.
Yeah.
And since we've reached the end of this kind of putrid season, could you rank, in your opinion, rank the 5 draft pick guys?
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Here's the problem with the 5 rookies. I feel like it's been incomplete with all of them. Like, I think the best of the best has been Igor Joman. We haven't seen him in a long time. They shut him down because of plantar fasciitis. I still think he has the biggest upside. I think the second biggest upside is probably Nolan Traore.
Yeah.
I would put him at number 2.
The hapless Nets.
I know. I shouldn't even do this.
I think Danny Wolf's 3.
I think Drake Powell's going to have a better NBA career. I think Powell's 3, Wolf is 4, and Ben Saraff is 5. That's how I'd rank the 5 guys. And by the way, I feel like I don't know with a lot of them. They need to play more.
They do.
But thank you for asking that question. It's the only way that I would ever bring up the Nets, so thank you.
The Nets still in the league.
Who loves that question? Horton leading into a show.
Yeah, he loves that.
Nobody roots for the Nets. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, I get you. Val in the Bronx. Hey, Val.
Evan Rico Roberts.
Yo.
More Yankees, more Rash. What's going on, gentlemen? Good afternoon.
Val? What's up, man?
Can you guys hear me okay? I'm in a kind of noisy spot.
Loud and clear.
Fortunately, we got you. Perfect.
And clear. Don't say unfortunately. He's a good caller.
I
Don't
said
be a jerk.
Fortunately.
All right. What's up, man?
Okay. So I got 2 Yankee points for you, right? The first one is more of a comment and an observation of my own. And I'm sure a lot of people have mentioned it and said it. But, you know, as the season started, with the way the rotation was and the fact that we were waiting for the big dogs to come back and we don't have them yet, it was always, the perception was, you know, we got to carry the other 2 halves as far as Weathers and Warren. You know what I'm saying? And like kind of hope for the best that we can get for them. The unfortunate trend that I'm noticing and what I don't like, especially with the last 2 games, those kids are coming out and giving you quality starts. Heck, what Weathers did last night, you know, it was overshadowed by Springs.
Yeah, he was cruising.
But, I mean, we lost 1-0. You know what I'm saying? We can't be wasting the efforts from those 2 guys. If they're going to come out and continually do this kind of stuff, like I remember there used to be a time at some point where, and I know it's baseball, you can't really predict that kind of stuff, but it seemed like there were certain starters that were on the rotation, and you almost felt like the offense would make a point of trying to be aggressive and score on the nights that those guys.
Yeah, I think we've always made too big a deal of that. Like we try to figure out why that happens. Like why did the Mets never score for Jacob deGrom? Right. Sometimes it's just bad luck. I think what you have to look at with Warren and Weathers is that they've pitched well. I mean, Ryan Weathers yesterday was freaking awesome. It was great. And it is barely talked about because the story is the offense, and the story is the fact they somehow lost 1-0. So I think when talking about them specifically, not the Yankees in general, just them, you have to be good about the signs that you're seeing because even if Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon walk through that door, there is a chance other guys get hurt.
Yeah, for sure.
Right now, the Yankees and Mets, and I knock on wood when I say this, have been fortunate in terms of the health of their starting pitchers. That is not going to last all season long.
Yeah, and I also think you also don't want to waste the great starts by your aces either and lose those games. So I don't know if there's a right answer to that.
What do you mean?
Like, I understand what he's saying. Those are your back-end guys. When they pitch dynamite like that, you want to be able to score because you feel like, hey, you know, we may not always win those games.
Oh, I don't think it matters who the pitcher is.
Like, if you waste a good Max Fried start because you didn't score, isn't that worse?
Yeah. Look, I mean, both teams last night, yesterday afternoon and last night with the Mets, wasted really good starts. Their offense did nothing. Now, I think both offenses are better than this, Like, ultimately, here's the thing about the Yankees, and I get the concerns about Ryan McMahon and the frustrations around him, and Austin Wells, who's done nothing, and really everybody in the bottom of the order.
You mean Mac and Wellesley?
Mac and Wells. Oh, you're doing the Boone nicknames? Yeah, I get you. It's annoying.
Overly nicknamed people.
And Jazz Chisholm, who got the off day yesterday.
Chisholm!
They're going to hit as a team. Now, I can't tell you Ryan McMahon's going to end up winning a batting title or anything crazy like that, but the Yankees are going to score more runs than any other team in the American League. I am certain of that. They did it last year. They're going to do it again.
You know why?
Why?
Because the bottom of the order wasn't great last year. Judge was all-world, and Judge hasn't been all-world yet.
He hasn't.
That's the difference.
He hasn't.
That's the difference. So, yes, we're focused on the bottom of the order, and we should be, but the bottom of the order was also a problem last year. But Judge was unbelievable, and it clouded a lot of this. This is how the Yankees score a lot of runs.
It's a very difficult thing to do this early in the season. I had this written down to actually do today, and we could do it any other day, and that is real concerns versus, it's a no biggie. And I think it's different with each player. Like, I'll give you one that's complicated on the Mets side, Francisco Lindor. Like, am I really concerned Lindor is going to have a bad year? I'm not. Like, he always gets off to bad starts. What I'm concerned about is that without Juan Soto and with questions at other positions right now, they need Lindor to hit.
Yeah, they don't have time for him to do this April malaise.
You don't want to allow that April malaise to turn into losing 10 out of 12, and you put yourself in a hole this early in the season. So I'm not worried about Francisco Lindor, but they need him to wake up. He's the guy I circle going into this weekend between the Mets and the Athletics. The Mets need more from Francisco Lindor. And to your point, not that it's a concern, but they need Aaron Judge to be Aaron Judge.
That's it.
They need him to be a superhero.
And he has not been. And it's not his fault. He should have the right that somebody else picks up.
Absolutely. But I think you're confident that it's going to happen.
Yes.
Like Aaron Judge at some point is going to be that guy. Now, I don't know if he's going to hit 60 home runs or 55 home runs. I don't know what those final numbers look like. But you certainly expect Aaron Judge to eventually be Aaron Judge. So you're not worried about it. It's more frustrating.
And Judge will be off his feet tomorrow, Boone said.
Oh.
We're giving him the DH day on that Tampa turf.
You don't mind the DH day.
I don't either.
And look, Giancarlo shouldn't play all 3 games anyway. Those are the kinds of things that are annoying, but they kind of have to happen. It's a long season. You got to keep everybody healthy. And the turf in Tampa should be, thrown out.
I agree.
I mean, the stadium should be demolished. They should get rid of it.
Can't wait to hit the catwalk tonight.
Yeah, there'll be 1 or maybe 2. Well, all the Yankee games will be right here on the Fan, though tonight they're splitting the signal for the Nets.
Nets and Bucks.
Which is great. So excited about that tonight. I'm a Net fan. Hello. Fun week. Tiki will be back on Monday. If you missed any of the show, you can rewind it on the free Odyssey app or download the podcast or check out the YouTube page. The Carton Show with Craig Carton and Big Mac are coming up next. Have a wonderful weekend. Monday, 10 a.m. Be there. Later.
Last word.
Why? No. Bye.
Last word.
Bye.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.